Hello again, everyone. We are Nerd Fusion here in LA for E3 2016, and we're right ahead of the Bethesda conference.
It's the best one.
This is the big one.
It's the best one.
That music timing was amazing.
I will say that's better timing than my stream. How I do it.
We didn't plan that.
No, that must have been one of the production.
Did you plan that? Did you actually plan that? Oh, they actually planned that.
Oh my
Never mind.
gosh.
I thought it was.
This is why we hire production. And
Clever.
I thought it was serendipitous. So.
You know, it sucks. Every day on my stream, I have to like time it so the drop happens right when I come on the screen, and it's really annoying.
How annoying is it? Because is there like any stutter when you change the screen? So you
No.
want to be like.
No.
You do like
So I
a
use two
second
No,
beforehand?
but it does. Sometimes I mess it up, and I just
I
whatever.
feel bad about
Yeah,
it.
'cause
It's like
it
the stream
drops,
got off
I'm
to
like,
a bad
yeah.
start.
Whatever.
Ugh, jeez.
So yeah, we're here on site in Los Angeles, California. We're going to be here all weekend, giving you coverage of the various press releases and conferences that are happening. We just had one this morning that was a little underwhelming.
A little.
I think the general reaction was underwhelming.
It was awful. I'll go out there and say it. Well, however, it is the press conference to beat.
True.
It is currently the
True.
conference
Now,
to beat.
last E3,
Starting low.
I felt like Bethesda took the show. Like I thought they had my favorite of all.
When
of
you
the
end up on
definitely
Pornhub, yeah, you definitely. That's
Yeah.
Whoa.
You
Yeah,
winning.
that
That's a little
was
awkward.
that was good.
Yeah, well, luckily in between Bethesda, in between EA, I even forgot who it was. It was so bad. Jeez.
God.
Well, we're never getting hired by.
Yeah.
No, in between EA, at least you had some Monopoly to watch.
True.
Did you enjoy the game? Not our
No.
finest moment.
No, I did not enjoy the game.
Yeah.
'Cause
One day
you
we'll beat
lost.
Swifter.
One day we
but
will beat
he
Swifter.
practices so much.
He does. He has Mondays. He
Yeah.
just commits to Monopoly.
Mhm.
That's pretty hardcore.
And now,
that's
yeah.
it's an alliteration. You have to keep with it.
Monopoly.
Monopoly
Oh,
Monday.
Oh, yeah, Monopoly Monday.
Alliterations are big on Twitch for days of the week.
It's true.
Testicle Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing?
It's not. Well, maybe. I
Well,
don't know. We can start it right now. It's
we
tomorrow.
can- we can
what's
try.
today? Today's Sunday.
Today's
hey,
Sunday.
in 2 days.
Today is Sunday.
I just had like the worst images.
The good
pop
thing
in my
about
head.
the EA press conference earlier today was that it let me take a nap very easily afterwards. I was so
We didn't
relaxed.
have-
True.
We
have much
all
to talk
just
about.
fell right asleep.
It's true.
Yeah.
I
Did you go
think
take a nap?
I lay down for a bit.
Really?
I did too.
Did you?
On the couch.
Did you?
right
You
over
definitely fell asleep.
Oh, I
Yeah,
did. Yeah, it was
waffle
I
pasta.
can
great.
see it in your eyes.
Yeah.
there. The highlight of the EA conference for me was seeing during the Battlefield 1 multiplayer footage, watching Snoop Dogg with a big old spliff just hanging right out of his
Riffing
mouth.
it.
Yep.
That fatty dough. And then we actually saw on Twitter
There's a video.
the video of
of
him
him
giving the blunt to
passing it,
somebody
yeah.
else so
Yeah.
that he wouldn't be on camera with it anymore.
The PR people are probably like, "Oh my God, he's smoking a joint."
Dude, they have some big names.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was impressive.
I wonder how much that costs. Like, can we get a big name like, I don't know, here? We're in LA.
Yeah. Some of the names, I'm just like,
Who would you get?
why?
Who do well, not who would you get? Who do you think we could afford?
That's
Ooh.
okay. Someone who's
Somebody-
not that good anymore?
Can you hear me now, guy?
Maybe like
Maybe.
Eddie Murphy, maybe.
Eddie. Oh,
Or like,
Wow.
I think even
Wow.
he's
This-
above our pay grade
this-
right now.
like pretty much
Who does
anyone-
anything? Like
Kathy
anything.
Griffin.
Anyone who was in Sharknado 2,
Yep.
like any of those guys.
I don't know. Who could we get?
Oh god.
It was surprising there, just the randomness of the choices.
Yeah.
Totally random.
That's the best
Jamie
part.
Foxx,
Totally
Zac Efron, that one music producer guy.
Wiz Khalifa was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the most random
like-
collection of people.
Snoop Dogg.
Anders was there, by the way. That was the actual Anders.
Yeah,
is
so
here
he
in
was.
LA.
You said he wasn't here.
I
knew it.
said, well, there's no way unless he's
Yeah.
getting paid. Well, all right. Yeah. Who does chat think we? Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Adam Sandler.
Oh my god. If we could actually
Yeah.
get
Dude, if Nicolas Cage,
if we could get
Just
Nick
like
Cage,
stood up in front of the camera.
can we do that? Oh man.
I would love to hire anyone who has been in any sort of meme on the internet to come and do a cameo, and that includes Nick Cage.
Yo.
Obviously.
Can we get Grumpy Cat? I would love to have
Just
that.
straight up on the front of the desk.
Yeah.
the cat.
Every time there's
Just
a bad
sitting
game,
there.
you just zoom in on Grumpy Cat.
They should sell stuff versions.
We probably got a lot of views for that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
When he
Knowing
dies,
Twitch,
there will be a stuff version.
Cats apparently give you views
Yeah.
on Twitch, so
Yeah.
We
have
should do that for
have
next
a
year.
cute cat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking the Star Wars kid. You know, go old school.
Ooh.
How old is he now? Like he's got to
Probably
be
like 30.
He's got to be.
He's
like,
probably like super ripped and in shape now. 'Cause he's so self-conscious about that video.
Yeah.
What about the Crush Dance guy?
Oh, from the
Yeah.
totally.
Just when something
bald
awesome
now.
happened,
Oh,
just
man.
cut to him dancing.
what is it? The history of dance.
Evolution.
Yeah.
The
Evolution of
of
dance.
That's it.
That is a fantastic video. He probably doesn't do crap anymore.
Probably not.
Just
Like that's his just one claim to. Shia LaBeouf.
there you go.
He's a little A-list for us.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's actually like good at acting.
in
We'll
his
catch
Disney
him-
days maybe, but not so
We'll,
much
we'll
anymore.
catch him in a few years when his career tanks, and then
Yeah. Well, we kind of thought that happened, but you know, then now like with the meme and everything, it's kind of revived him.
yeah.
Who? Oh, yeah.
Shia.
Yeah,
He was kind of going down this weird
Mhm.
road.
yeah, but he still like plays A-list parts a lot.
Yeah. Well, now.
So-
Oh yeah.
It's
No,
much
he's,
better.
He's
Yeah.
doing fine.
He's
Like,
good.
I don't know why you would
Set.
imply that.
Are we
that
like
he's-
celebrity gossip?
We
now?
kind of are. I
Okay.
feel like
It's because we're in
because
LA. We're like
Yeah.
Hollywood. Hollywood is like just up the street.
Listen, Gawker, just give us all your information. We'll keep it going.
Should we do a
What a
Nerd Fusion
horrible
field trip
company.
over to the Hollywood Walk and
It's close.
look? It is.
We could
It's right up the
go over
road.
there.
We can walk to it
We
in an
could-
hour.
We could. we could jaunt over there and get some pictures with some
Jaunt.
stars on the sidewalk.
Speaking of jaunting, yesterday I actually wanted to go to Universal.
Yeah.
You did, and it was
I did.
a
It
little
just
far
didn't
away.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll go tomorrow.
Name
Were you
down.
gonna like
Mhm.
hop the fence or something?
No, there's like City Walk
Yeah, just-
where we can, you know,
that we spent every night
walk
when
with
we went
cities.
to Orlando. Was it Orlando?
Orlando
Yeah.
at Universal.
So was there anything from the EA press conference that you guys did like out of all the stuff
Well,
that happened?
okay. Once they were done with their actual press event and they went to the tournament, that was the first actual gameplay we saw of Battlefield 1, and that looked amazing. Like, it really looked good. Like, the huge behemoth vehicle, and when it showed it crashing into the buildings and it, like, destroyed all the landscape and
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
And it's the key for me was that it stayed after. Its
Yeah.
frame stayed there, and there's destroyed buildings
I love
under it.
The cinematic camera was
that
It
great.
was
showed
awesome.
people that were under it and they get killed when it lands.
Yeah,
on
the
them.
like-
buildings got destroyed.
yeah, it showed some players, like, looking up
was
as
good
this
stuff.
thing is toppling down on
You know
them.
what's
and stuff.
funny? All the celebrities. Let's go back to that. All the celebrities they invited were all at the bottom of the list. Like all of them.
Of course they were.
Just expected better.
You mean the
Yeah.
score? Like,
Yeah, they show the
doing-
score. There's a scoreboard on Twitter and everything,
Uh-huh.
which is kind
I
of funny.
mean,
And speaking of that, like showing gameplay is what made Bethesda's conference last time so good.
Yeah.
It's because it was primarily showing how the game plays.
It's like a good
It wasn't
15
just-
minutes of every
Yeah.
game they showed. I mean,
They showed one cinematic trailer for Dishonored 2, but everything else was just gameplay. Let the game sell itself.
God, they're gonna show gameplay this.
Oh, they are.
I
You
am-
know they will.
It's
Yeah.
my favorite. It's probably like I've said in my top favorite five favorite franchises, and I'm gonna
What's your
bust a
Top.
load over it.
very top
I just mix them up.
Oh,
you know, it's
okay.
kind of this whirlpool of uncertainty.
opinion of the day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we want to give some shout outs
yeah.
to three things. I just don't remember the third. It's on the list.
Oh, so wait, there's three?
Oh right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We meant last time to pimp out our Discord. In Discord, n3f.tv/join Discord, there is a voice chat specifically set up for E3 where you all can constantly talk about it, make fun of us, probably what happens there most, or whatever. So join our Discord. It's for anybody. You don't have to be a sub or
Don't have to be a
anything.
sub.
Anybody can get in and talk E3.
Do we have a room?
React with us.
Or just in general?
It's a room. No, it's a
Connect up
specific
with other
a
nerds to
specific
talk
room.
about the conference.
Yeah. So we wanted to pimp that out because tomorrow, in between conferences, we have a little bit of time, and I think we're going to arrange for ourselves to be in there for a few minutes. So,
Yeah.
Get in.
n3f.tv/join Discord.
yeah, get in today, start your chit chat so that when we come in there, you can abuse us tomorrow. Because
Perfect.
that's what we're here for, you know,
Yeah.
punching bags.
And our E3 coverage this whole weekend is sponsored by Alienware. They basically paid for all this equipment that we have, and couldn't have done it without them. and we're able to come here at all because of Extra Life. So fantastic charity. We've all done charity events to raise money for them before, and they helped us out a lot to get us tickets to this.
Yeah, they're awesome. So go check those both out. I think we have n3f.tv/Alienware as a hot link to the Alienware. And then if you just go to Extra Life's Twitter, webpage, anything, any little bit helps. They do amazing, amazing work. We were just in Orlando because of them.
Yeah,
right.
just a couple of months ago.
That was a pretty
Don't
awesome,
say yes, Dan. You didn't come.
awesome experience.
Dan
was
stayed
awesome.
home.
They are at Extra Life for Kids on Twitter.
Yes, yes. Okay, let's get.
All right,
Let's
so
talk about
into
Bethesda.
it. Oh, well, let's pimp this
Bethesda.
out real quick. Sorry.
Oh yeah, like I will be editing the E3 wiki as live as we are covering it. So if you guys want to see like all the highlights or you missed something, you want to go back and check the links in chat, I will be live editing it throughout the conference of highlights and stuff.
Yeah. So right now they can go see EA.
Yes,
like all the
of EA's
notes.
announcements are on there right now, and I'll be doing Bethesda as it happens.
Very nice.
live.
Yeah.
Doing it live.
Let's do it live.
All right, so there's a lot of things that we already know are definitely going to be talked about, and there's some rumors
Yeah.
that we're kind of hoping get talked about. So why don't we run through some
The
of those?
confirmed game that we know 100% for sure will be shown is Dishonored 2. It was shown last E3, a little cinematic trailer.
So hyped.
You
So
love
this we're
Dishonored.
finally
So
gonna
hyped.
we're finally gonna see gameplay of Dishonored 2. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna happen.
Dishonored it's one of these games where you can play it either stealth or just Rambo.
Yeah, you're really big into the stealth games.
And I usually just go Rambo.
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Just
He likes
go.
them, but he never does the
right, but
stealth.
he doesn't do the stealth.
But this game I actually did the stealth, and I loved it. So good. Oh my god. Seriously, if you haven't played any of this Dishonored, just go play. So the cool thing about this Dishonored that we know is that you're going back and you're playing the original people, and you can also play as Emily. But I don't know if this has been confirmed yet, but what people are saying is that you sort of pick one or the other at the beginning, and then you play through the storyline from their perspective the whole way. So you don't do the whole switching of characters thing as you go.
Okay.
You
Oh, wow.
play through as one, and then you can replay the game as Corvo or Emily. Like you go either one.
Sort of like Resident Evil. Resident Evil did the same thing
Yeah.
where you play as one character, one
Exactly.
playthrough, and then the other person's character do the second
Yeah.
playthrough.
At least that's what's on the rumor mill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I'm really, really excited to see this. This is like my major thing that I want to see.
Yeah.
What is your major thing that you want to see? Or is that all the confirmed games?
There are other games that we might see that they have announced, and we might see the Elder Scrolls card game
I think that's going to be
because
I think it'll be
it's
there.
it's in closed
It should
beta.
be in there.
It's been closed
should be
beta
in
for months, so it's
Yeah,
definitely going to be
They
shown.
announced it last E3.
And if you're in it, you're not allowed to say it.
Yes.
Don't say it.
Because it is closed under NDA.
Wow.
So
Great. Now everyone in chat is going to be in the beta.
I
They were showing it off at PAX.
Yes.
I know that. We even got to go up to see some of the
Yes.
cards and stuff too. That was there. I think they even had. I think they also had some gameplay to show
yeah,
there as well,
you
which
could
is
play
cool.
on the floor if you wanted to wait in a long
So
line. but
it'd be
yeah.
weird if they wouldn't show that if they're investing money into it, which it
It's-
seems like they were.
It's been in beta for so long that it has to
Yeah.
be shown.
Yeah.
Like, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're like we're now launching an open beta right now, like they did with the iPad app.
oh,
that-
like
you
last
know.
time.
What
Mm.
is this card game centered around? What is the style of play?
Can't really talk about it. It's all
Does
out.
anybody not know?
There's
Do we
no
know?
information.
It's they have shown bits of it. There are on at E3. At PAX there were 2 lanes, and you play cards on each lane, and you attack the hero or the cards in that lane. It's similar to Hearthstone in that regard, that you attack the hero. There's 30 health, but there's a lot of new mechanics in it.
I mean, you couldn't talk about it if you were
I-
in the beta.
if
but
I was in the
yeah,
beta,
but that's
I
just
couldn't-
hypothetically.
I
saying.
couldn't go into
I
detail.
mean, he
Right,
can't
right.
talk
You
about it
couldn't.
because you just don't know, right?
That's just what
Obviously.
was on the PAX.
Yeah.
I will say when it does come out, we have a whole Fireside Friday
Yeah,
time.
you know
It's a
that's
whole
going to
month
be
of
in
Fireside Friday is going to be that. I'm excited.
And I would be really surprised if we didn't see DLC for some games already out, like Doom or
Sure.
Fallout.
there.
Yeah, I was gonna
Fallout
say,
4.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are the 2 big ones,
Yes.
right?
What about
I-
ESO?
ESO 2
They
confirmed.
just launched an expansion
it.
pack for ESO,
Yeah.
so they might give some stage time to that, but probably not long
Yeah.
because they're forced
Hopefully not long. Oh,
Now,
gosh.
correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong with the Fallout series. In previous Fallouts, the DLC was a lot bigger, I guess, than you could say DLC typically is. True or false? It feels almost like an expansion. And is that kind of what we're going to feel like here, you think?
They've already released one expansion pack for Fallout 4, and like one big one, and it is a very large DLC. It's 10 to 15 hours long, like the main campaign and stuff.
Pretty good.
Are you
so I'd
expecting
expect
similar?
they did something weird. They just a few months ago they increased the price of the season pass because they wanted to make more DLC. So the DLC just came out Far Harbor. It was supposed to be the last one, but they're like, we want to make more. So they raised the price of the season pass. If you bought it ahead of time, you get the DLC for free that they're making. But they raised the price, and they're going to release another expansion pack somewhere down the line.
I'm wondering.
So we might see that.
Maybe we'll see it.
I'm wondering,
Yes.
since that last DLC came out so recently, if they really are going to even have anything else to show for the next one. Maybe like concept
They
art or
probably
something.
would be like teasers or
Yeah.
little snippets.
I feel like Bethesda would be wrong for Bethesda to not do anything Fallout.
I agree.
Yeah,
I wonder
they're
what
going
they're
to.
gonna
It'll. If we don't see DLC, I'd be shocked.
I mean, it was just last year. Wow.
Just
Last year
Just
that
last
they
year.
announced this thing even
Announced,
existed.
And it's
Yeah.
come out, and now it's been out for a year.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
It launched in November.
It's been out half a year. Yeah.
I haven't played it yet. I'll tell you, I haven't played Fallout 4. I've been kind of
Yeah.
waiting, putting it off for like a good playthrough and people haven't.
You've been waiting for modding, right?
Yeah, I want the mods to really take it to
Because
the
they
next
talked
level.
a lot about that. Like at the announcement, they focused on how there was going to be modding. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Are we still kind of waiting for
Oh
that?
no, they're there. There's
Yeah.
been quite a few
There's
mods.
some mods.
Mods are out. They
Okay,
released the
good.
tools with the expansion right before the last DLC came out.
Right.
All right, so that's all the confirmed stuff. Now there's rumors going rampant about what else they're talking about. So there's lots of rumors about Evil Within 2 might be shown, Prey 2 might be shown, or Prey Reboot. That
Which was
game
canceled, right?
It was announced and canceled and then uncanceled. Like there's been developer hell. And then lots of rumors of Wolfenstein 2, Wolfenstein New Order 2. And then lots of hopes for a Quake, since they've done Wolfenstein, Doom, and now Quake would be the third one.
There's also people talking about Doom DLC.
Yep.
Whether that be to increase, the multiplayer aspect of it or to add more single-player content. Not sure. And then do we go into what could be literally the winner
And
of
then
all of E3?
this is what we all want. The thing I have a bit of conspiracy theory, and I have my tinfoil hat for.
Oh, is that what
Oh,
this was
God.
for?
for
We
my
didn't know what this
conspiracy.
was for.
So I have a
Oh,
tinfoil
wow.
hat. I can't put it on, but
Oh, wow.
I have it.
Yeah, you can.
I have a theory about why Fallout 4 wasn't that great.
Okay, why is that?
And that is because their main writers and the dev team was put onto Elder Scrolls 6. And they have been working on Elder Scrolls 6 and a smaller sub-team that they divided their team into two.
I'm putting it on.
And half the team's been working on Elder Scrolls 6, and the other half's been working on Fallout 4. And that's why Fallout 4 was kind of meh, because all of this dev is putting into Elder Scrolls 6, because Skyrim outsold Fallout 3 by huge amounts. So all their money and bets are going to be on Elder Scrolls. So I think we're going to see Elder Scrolls 6 announced today, and
So
we
you
shall all
think-
scream and rejoice.
Yeah, that would be beyond major, right? That would just shake everything.
It's been a long time. It's
been 5 years,
It's been 5 years since Skyrim. 5 years.
It's definitely time to sink something into that other than the MMO.
There's also the possibility of a Skyrim remaster, or maybe going back to an earlier one and
God, I
remaster.
hope they don't.
It's basically just going to be a port of the PC version to the PS4 and Xbox One, that'd be mediocre.
But just think of that trifecta, right? You've got that,
Yep.
you've got the card game, and then they just blow it out with Elder Scrolls 6.
If we see Todd Howard walk out on that stage, Elder Scrolls 6 is getting announced. If we don't see him, it's not going to happen. He announces all these things. So if you see
You
Todd
heard it here.
Howard,
You heard it
if
here.
you see Todd Howard walk out on that stage, Elder Scrolls 6 is getting announced.
Confirmed by Dan.
Solid
Yes.
prediction right there.
Wow. Has
Now-
anybody checked his flights? Do we know if he's here?
I don't know if
Do we
he's even here.
Do we know
Quick,
like his status? Have we
stalk
checked
him
his
on Twitter.
Twitter?
If I see him, I'm gonna start freaking out. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yep.
be warned.
Now, in terms of a remaster for Skyrim, it seems that it seems to me like that's a difficult bar to hit because of how because Skyrim was one of the most modded games in history, and there's so many mods that just update the graphics and stuff.
It's still
Like the likelihood of them releasing a remaster that's not as good as existing mods is actually
the
real.
rumor is that the remaster will actually be in Fallout 4's engine, and they're going to port over Fallout 4's console modding system, which they just launched, which allows mods to be installed on the console versions of the game. And if they do that, that means Skyrim could be modded, but you have to use their pre-made system that they have to do it. You wouldn't be able to install many graphic mods and stuff because it just couldn't handle it on console. It can barely run the game as it is.
So the whole
But
community would kind of be.
There's a lot of mods you could install that if they implement the system with the Skyrim remaster, then it could be bigger news than just simply porting it.
sure, and even on the PC version, then because you're using a new engine, it just opens it all up.
Fallout 4 engine's much better
really,
than
really good.
Skyrim's engine.
Yeah.
Yes.
So all those amazing screenshots you see on Reddit, which are constantly there, right? Even to this day, there's like 4,000 upvotes on just a Skyrim picture, right? Even those
I mean,
will
even
be
Morrowind.
tons better, right?
Yep.
Because of the engine increase. Oh man, we are 9 minutes out.
Yeah.
I'm getting very excited right
And
now.
a lot of people are also super hoping that a Quake 2 is coming out.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
we should talk about Quake. I mean
'Cause-
that's a game that takes me way back. Like because I used to be like, me on Twitch. I've hardly played any shooters on Twitch, but back in college, man, like I was all about Unreal and some of those old school shooters. And Quake was right in the middle. I mean, Quake kind of started the esports scene. And I don't know, man. Like if they have a Quake and a Doom, I don't know. I've never really thought of Bethesda as a shooter kind of company, but they seem to be changing that. Like they're getting a
Yeah.
solid like pile of FPS titles.
They bought out ID Software, which is the original creator of Doom and Quake and all that stuff, years ago, but they haven't really been doing much with it until recently. They rebooted Wolfenstein New Order, nailed it. It was
Yeah.
fantastic. Rebooted Doom, nailed that. So Quake's the one left. If they can pull off a fantastic Quake reboot, they're going to have this amazing lineup of games in their pocket.
Yeah.
Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Doom, Wolfenstein, Quake. They're going to be unstoppable.
Do you think it's too soon? Because let's face it, Doom and Quake, they're not the same game. They're not really in the same line, but they're similar.
I
They're
think
similar
it'd be
enough.
too soon to release it, but I think it'd not be too soon to announce that it's being worked on.
Okay.
Like they could
Build the
tease
hype.
that we are remastering it.
And it will be out in
Yeah.
2019.
Well, my guess is they'll be like, Doom DLC's coming out. Here's some Doom DLC. By the way, how about Quake? And then they'll just be like a teaser.
Okay.
I mean,
This is not confirmed at all, by
No,
the way. The
this is
Quake
total
thing,
rumor.
is totally
total
rumor.
rumor.
Yeah, all rumors.
But why would you buy out a company with such a good portfolio and then not do anything with the titles?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure. I think we all are fairly certain they're doing something. The question is it coming out now,
Yeah.
or is it coming
it
out
now?
3 years from now? Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they could get away with just waiting another year. I totally do. I feel like in order to do that game justice, they need to put in a lot of time.
Well, I don't think there's going to be enough any room this year because Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out the end of this year.
Oh, I see.
I mean,
Chat.
it's coming out the end of this year, so there won't
I like
be
how you're
room.
just saying this
There won't
as
be room
fact.
for Quake. If you hope and believe, then you can make anything
See,
come
Dan
happen.
really does carry the spirit of Christmas to these conferences.
I believe in my heart.
Yeah.
Chat is saying that Todd Howard is confirmed at E3.
He's here,
He's
but
always
he
here.
won't necessarily be on stage.
True.
He is always here.
But you can hope.
There's at
Step
least
one's
there's
complete.
hope. If he wasn't
Yeah.
here, there wouldn't be any hope.
Exactly.
But now there's hope.
How have they confirmed?
Twitter.
Or is somebody not? Do we have Gawker in this chat? Is Gawker like?
Chat's
Go
confirming,
on.
and chat's
Just-
always right.
Just yell at the paparazzi out the window and tell them to go hunt him down.
Yeah, we should. Well, I mean, it's true. When we got to the airport, there was a throng of people with photographs of us.
Crazy.
Like normal.
When I fell over, Dan and my
Lips
ass
just
my
touched his.
lips. Oh, I thought you were not. I said my ass, and you immediately. Never mind. This
Okay.
story just went very far down.
Sevenus upskirt action.
They're on the internet
Yeah,
somewhere.
there was a lot of Sevenus upskirt action. Was that a? Okay. So yeah, we are going to be doing live edits, or Dan is going to be doing live edits
We're going to watch
over
him do it.
at e3.gamepedia.com/live_coverage. And I think it's supposed to start in about 5 minutes. I don't remember. This is only Bethesda's second time
Did we start in time last time?
showing, and I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
You'd think
We'll
they
just-
would. I think
we'll
this
just
is
go
the
with it.
most. They're definitely the most positive sort of.
I think everyone's hyped. Like
Expectation.
during E3, everyone's or not during E3. During EA, everyone was like, what's really going to happen? Now everyone's like just super excited. There's all the rumors going around too. So
Well,
Yeah.
you brought up a good point off camera, Sav, and that is if Bethesda knocks this out of the park 2 years in a row, then they've set themselves a high bar for like Bethesda can do no wrong now.
I was on camera.
I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you don't want Bethesda to screw this up, right? Because there's so much potential here. But when they don't screw it up next year, the pressure
Yeah.
is just so high because
to
they
keep
did
delivering.
Fallout and they delivered hard last year.
Mm-hmm.
This year, if they deliver really hard again, it's like, what do you do year after year after year as just one company?
Maybe they'll
Right?
just keep making good games and make us happy.
Well,
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
especially
One can hope.
considering that just in terms of normal development cycles, it doesn't all perfectly line up to June necessarily.
Sure.
Like that's part of it is that it could just be that the way that the production goes, they're just not ready to show stuff yet. And if and I'm sure that's what a lot of these companies struggle with is that they have to have something impressive, but it's not ready yet, or
As
it's
Yeah.
The
waiting too
previous
long.
conference showed that a lot of things were
Well,
not ready.
let's just compare that, right? If
Yeah.
you compare Bethesda, just the size of of Bethesda, right? Compare that to EA, right?
Massive EA.
It's
yeah.
a huge conglomerate of just a ton of. I mean, just Star Wars alone, there were 7 or 8 companies,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they had nothing, and here comes little old Bethesda, right?
They're-
With all this firepower.
Oh yeah.
It's a pretty epic thing. Pretty awesome.
Want to remind everyone that we're going to be here the next couple days doing all of this coverage. We'll be here tomorrow. Tomorrow starts the Xbox briefing, and that's at 9:30 a.m. Pacific. And,
When are we going live?
Tomorrow we are going live the actual broadcast will start at 8:30 a.m. 9 o'clock we will be here, sitting here, doing exactly what we're doing right now, doing our predictions for Microsoft. And then at 9:30 it starts up. And I believe the Microsoft conference is an hour and a half.
Oh,
Is that right? Microsoft
and
and
Sony's.
Sony's.
hype.
They usually have
Right.
too much stuff to pump. Like, at least 20 minutes is going to be on Sony's new VR stuff. So we're going to.
It's going to be
Yeah,
more than that.
definitely.
Somehow
gonna be
EA
hour.
filled up an hour with nothing, so I'm sure they'll have no problem filling an hour and a
yeah.
half. with
Tomorrow's a big
stuff.
day.
They're good. Yeah. Tomorrow we have Microsoft, then we've got Ubisoft, and then we've got Sony to end things off. It's going to be a very long day for us,
Yes.
but also a very exciting day. Super, super exciting. Because I guess for us, it's even more exciting because all of these things we're seeing right now, on Tuesday, we get to go over there and actually do them,
Yeah.
which is pretty sweet. We get to go to the
That's gonna be
convention
exciting.
center and see it all. None of you, have any of you guys been to E3 before?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, it's great. It's just we all go to PAXs all the
you
time.
told me we will never want to go to PAX again.
Yeah, I basically after leaving E3 last year, I was like, why do I even go to PAX? Like, what's the point? And then I realized I go for the fans, right? This is where we get to be fans at E3. Like you walk in, the Twitch booth is usually like one of the biggest booths at the conventions we go to. It's this tiny little thing they stick in the corner. It's the same size.
Same booth.
But it's a tiny little thing compared to like Microsoft, who literally builds a building
like 2
inside
stories.
the building.
Yeah.
2
Yep.
stories
Air
with
conditioning.
air conditioning and locking doors and stuff. Like, what? Absolutely insane. The Nintendo Yeah, Nintendo last year was like, it was actually like 7 or 8 times the size of the Twitch booth, just all spread out. It's where we saw Mario Maker for the first time, all that good stuff.
We have 1 day to check it all out.
And yeah, 1 day to check it out. Well, you got to get to casting, you know.
It's true.
So we're in
Yep.
the final moments here before they're scheduled to begin. We'll see if they're actually on time or not.
Let's hope they are.
Yeah.
Don't know.
But again, shout outs to Alienware and to Extra Life for making this possible for us. And we hope you guys keep watching our coverage through the whole weekend. And,
Let's hope big things from this conference.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Let's
They really nailed
excited.
it last year.
Like they got Adam Sessler and what's her name from
Sessler.
X-Play to host.
Oh,
Morgan,
yeah, yeah.
Morgan
Webb,
Webb.
I think.
Maybe
I
Sounds
know who
right.
Adam Sessler is now. I didn't know because I'm an idiot. I didn't
Sessler's
know.
so great.
These two were big back in the day.
I
on
didn't know
TV.
who he was.
I have a
did not
selfie
know.
with him.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So yeah, it looks like they're getting close. They're getting close to
That
starting
guy
over
behind
there.
Adam's just like
Let's go.
great camera shot.
Yeah.
Sessler was fun when we worked with him.
I want to
Yep.
ask the chat, what are you most excited for? As we go into this, what are you most excited for to hear from Bethesda? Is it Elder Scrolls 6? It probably is. Is it Dishonored 2? It should be. Just saying. It totally should be. Have you played Dishonored?
No, I played a little bit. Not much.
And I'm hoping they have a surprise IP up their sleeves. Because,
That
you
would
know,
be cool.
That would be
We haven't
cool.
even talked
something we
about
wouldn't
that.
even
Oh,
suspect.
wow. Elder Scrolls
Chat,
is
yeah.
destroying this chat right now.
What,
Elder-
ESO 2?
Elder
Everyone wants
Scrolls
ESO
6,
2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elder
Chat, come
Scrolls is just such a popular franchise. Like, it'll always win those kind of debacles.
Okay, here's what we do. Here's what we
Someone
do.
said New Vegas too.
Oh yeah.
You bet-
So here's what happens, right? There's going to be an Elder Scrolls 6 launched, but before
now.
that, they're going to say, but first we have a mobile game.
Right.
You're going to play a mobile game.
Elder
for 4
Scrolls
months.
Mobile.
Yes.
Gosh.
Yes. Oh man, it looks like. Do we hear the music? There's music possibly from the conference.
I'm not sure.
That's Pegboard Nerds.
yeah, it looks like they're getting ready
Are we
to
getting
start.
ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Something's
Oh,
happening.
okay. So there's 2 different streams. The technology's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But our stream currently is not up just yet. It'll come up soon.
Hopefully.
Come up very soon.
Are
This
they
is an advertisement.
Oh,
That's
is
what
it? Oh,
it
is it?
Yeah, that's an advertisement.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, they're showing off the new
The
mod
modding tools,
system.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure after this, I'll switch it over,
Oh,
which
man.
makes sense.
Clash of Elder Scrolls. There you go.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I think if they're going to do mobile games, which was sort of successful for them last time with Fallout Chamber, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of focus on the card game. Because it makes most sense, at least.
And so we will be here live commentating over top of the conference as it happens. And remember, if you guys want to connect with other nerds to talk about this, you can join our Discord, n3f.tv/join Discord. The link has been spammed in chat quite a bit. Thank
Over and over and
thank
over.
you, mods. And yeah,
Call it
Also,
Shelter, not Chamber.
I totally
turning this
forgot.
into a
Knew it.
community event.
We challenged the Betaable, and that happens on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot about that.
Tuesday afternoon, I believe it's going to be somewhere around 4 Pacific
On Eagle.
twitch.tv/Twitch.
Yes.
You guys, it's going to be the 3 of you, lol, up against the
Thanks for setting us
brisk
up.
Now,
Betaable.
can we punch the bull? Because
Uh,
I know who's going to be inside the suit, and I really want to just
It's a real bull.
I'm.
just
Did you not get
It's a,
that?
it's a real bull, for RP's sake, and yes. is
okay.
the
Good,
answer.
good. I want to just full on.
They're watching right now. Be afraid.
If there was a new IP, what would you want? Like what setting?
Oh man.
Oh, that's...
I mean, they've already covered so many settings, right? There's like,
yeah.
slight future. We have like in the past.
I had a great idea for this one time. I can't remember it because Fallout was something they bought out this old. Oh, I remember. I want Bethesda to buy out the Steamworks and Magic Obscura series. It was an old RPG back in the day that was very good. It had a bunch of technology and magic mixed in the same world. And like, if you spec too much into tech, you couldn't use magic. If you spec too much magic, you couldn't use tech. And it was a really cool system. And I think that would work really well in a Bethesda game if they could adapt it to their open world style of gameplay.
What about like Red Dead?
Ooh.
That is Rockstar.
What if they did something along those lines? Like
in
what
that
if,
era?
what if they went Western?
Western?
What if they did that?
What? I would
I
love
think they
Westerns.
could do that. I think they could do that well.
You think they could pull off like a
I think they could do it.
cyberpunk kind of deal?
Or even better than
Cyberpunk
Westerns.
Western?
Even better
No,
than
no.
Westerns.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm down.
Everyone always forgets pirates. A pirate
Pirate
game.
What happened
With
to that
sailing.
pirate game
You
last
can
E3?
sail a big ship.
One of the
Oh, a
conferences
pirate
had a
game.
pirate
There
game
was a
that
pirate
looked
game.
really promising.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh, it was Microsoft showed it at one of their conferences.
Has there been any news about that whatsoever? I
Not
think
since they
pirates
talked
are a
about it.
great thing.
Pirates would be cool. Pirates would be cool. I'm always down for space. Obvi.
Oh yeah.
I
So
love space.
anything sci-fi or
Yeah.
space adjacent, I'm good with.
True.
Oh, what other themes could they? There's a lot of places they could go. let's be
Samurai.
honest.
Sea of Thieves. Was the
That
name
Yeah,
of it.
Sea
Yeah.
of Thieves.
God, everyone was so hyped for that, and in chat, I was like, "This game looks great," and all of a sudden, I just realized I haven't heard a single thing about that since E3.
Yeah. Bethesda is late. All conferences start late. They never start on
You
time,
know,
ever.
That's what. Right now, over at the Bethesda stream, they're probably doing this symbol here. Stretch it, please.
Stretch
Stretch
it
this
out.
out.
Adam,
out.
keep
Phil.
talking. Keep
Film
talking.
productions
Keep
like Phil
banting.
for 30 minutes.
Right.
Think of how
We just had a TV fall.
Adam's been in this for so long. I imagine how many times he's been asked to stretch out time. You know,
Yeah.
like. Oh, they're showing.
Oh,
another
they're
ad.
showing another ad for the card.
For the card game.
We've seen this before.
Watch this be the actual conference,
I-
and we're not just we're just
No,
missing
no,
it all.
no.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
saw
don't
I
be
saw
honest.
someone in chat ask, so I want to clarify. Yes, we will be playing the conference right here. You don't have to go anywhere. We'll be down in the corner in a little box commentating as we watch. So
Push us in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
How could they?
you
Yep.
can see the whole thing here.
The conference just hasn't started yet. Once it does, you'll see it.
Yeah, we
God,
basically
I'm hoping for Quake.
there's weird legal permissions that have to happen, so we can only broadcast a certain broadcast, and so some broadcasts, like the ones by Bethesda themselves, might be in a different time setting than ours, but eventually it'll show up. Eventually,
Hopefully, it's not desynced this time.
I think that was EA's fault. I mean,
Yeah.
everything about that
They
was
fixed
EA's
it pretty
fault.
quickly.
It was all EA's fault.
Yeah.
The whole thing. just cancel if you're gonna do that. No, that's mean. Don't do that.
You can't tell them to cancel.
Just come with better stuff. I don't know.
Who's getting yelled at right
I
now
was
for
just
being late?
I was just sad.
Someone's getting yelled at
That's
right
all.
now for being late.
I really wanted Star Wars stuff to be shown, and
Well, they did.
They're-
Aren't you so excited from the titles they wanted to talk about?
Someone's backstage going, Mr. Howard, you need to wake up now.
God.
You have a game to announce.
sorry, I just had to do that.
Okay.
They were yelling at us. So.
Thank you.
Production's like, I can't go in the shot, but I need this done. Yeah, no, it's cool. EA LOL. Let's see what else.
Yeah, EA requires League of Legends.
It's Howard. He's late. Oh my God, did he just tweet that? That'd be crazy.
Howard, please.
Oh man.
I gotta check if that's true or
FIFA
not.
the Legend.
Are you?
FIFA the Legend. Yeah, FIFA looked good. The journey. I think you're talking about the journey, not the legend. But
the story?
the journey, the story mode of FIFA looks really good. It's like taking RPG elements, and putting them into FIFA, which is by far the most popular sports game in the world. Fantastic. Great idea. So people that love FIFA for what FIFA is, not bothered because they're not going to touch it.
Are you confirming
Well,
Bethesda is
now
gonna
everybody says
make a
I'm too
soccer
loud.
They'll fix you.
I'm sorry, chat. I didn't mean to.
Uh,
I don't have control over that.
This good. Can they hear this music?
They're saying
Oh, they
6:15,
can't
so
hear
we
it.
have another 7 minutes
Oh,
of,
okay.
of stretch.
Someone just said Tetris greater than Elder
Wait,
Scrolls.
6:15. 6:15 what? Like Alaskan time?
7:15, sorry.
Oh, okay.
That is weird.
Bethesda's Twitter is saying that the people are slow to get into the theater. Listen,
Are they
our,
blaming it on
our
blaming it
audience
on
is
us.
packed. Let's
Yeah.
just be honest.
Yeah.
We fit thousands. Look over there, thousands
Yeah.
of people. Can we get some yays from the live audience? See, thousands
Thanks,
of
Mom.
people.
I really
It's standing. It's standing room only in here, except for the
What?
two people that are sitting down.
I would still love to actually
Do that.
yeah,
Live studio audience.
We should do a live studio audience for this next year.
rent a studio.
Yo, let's write this down. Live studio audience next year for this.
Are you
I'm not even joking.
Are you implying that production is dead right now?
I am implying that's no, we should totally 100% do that. That'd be awesome. Are you down? Would you do this?
We
in
could
front of a
just get
live
like some
audience?
sound
I wouldn't
effects.
care.
I would love to do this, and then it just zooms out, and we're on the middle of the stage for E3. Like,
Yeah.
this is the Bethesda conference. It's like,
Oh my God!
Oh, that's like
Hi,
just
Todd.
Todd's right here, starting next to us.
That would be where we start talking about if Todd Howard walks out, then this, and then he just like sits down in the chair next.
Yep.
to
that's like when David Copperfield like gets
Kappa-field?
Copperfield.
Copperfield.
Copperfield. That's like
Oh.
when David Copperfield like teleports into like the Grand Canyon. It was zoomed in, and then the helicopter like zooms out. He's like, because magicians have to be big.
Someone
Yeah.
gift that face for me, please.
Yeah.
Tweet it at me.
I
at
don't
Giant
think they
Wall.
saw that because
no.
I hope
because
so.
Our
Seth,
switcher's not.
He has magic. Okay.
He does.
For the record, I've been calling him Copperfield for years myself.
Oh.
So.
Yo, David, you want a Copperfield?
I bet that's who we can
Kappa-field.
hire if we want to.
Like chat right now.
I love chat.
Chat right
Chat
now.
is awesome. Copperfield. Chat is so awesome.
Gosh.
Yeah, so we are now stretching ourselves.
Yes.
Let's be honest. We have literally nothing to tell you, but we still have to try to be entertaining and somewhat jovial. And
So any bets? Any bets?
So-
Well, I know we talked about them.
Someone in chat said that Todd Howard was going to ride in on a horse, but the horse took a dump on the floor, and they're trying to clean it up right now.
I would actually believe that. We should ride in on horses
For the live audience thing?
forever.
That
On
would be
everything?
fun.
I
Oh,
own
man.
3. We
Is
can
this
just
what I think it is?
we'll use them.
By the way,
This
it
is the trailer for Dishonored 2. Yes.
Yeesh.
This is what they showed last
Yeah,
year
yeah.
at E3.
Oh, man.
Stretching
it was
it.
So
epic.
Dishonored
that
for
taco.
sure.
Dishonored for sure.
Card game, I assume as well, because they're showing
Prey
a trailer
2,
for it.
which I've never played Prey. I've seen videos of it, but I never actually played
It's
it.
scary.
There's been 2 of them.
It's really
man.
scary.
It's supposed to be a
Seven is-
horror
You
shooter.
think
yeah.
a box
scary.
of Cracker Jacks is scary? Come on.
It's called Prey.
It's true. Scary.
I saw like
How can that be
a
not
video
scary?
of Prey where it
Just
also
because
has
you're
some
afraid
puzzles.
of religion doesn't mean. Sorry.
I'm afraid. You saw a video?
Yeah, I
of
saw a
the-
video of Prey where there were puzzles where there were like portals that you were walking. You're walking on the spaceship. You'd see a portal. You'd walk through it. And you're in a different place of the spaceship. Then you walk through another portal. You're in a different area. Then you
Halo
walk
clone.
through another portal, and then you're on a little on a globe, looking up at an enemy who's looking at you. He's gigantic. He's looking at you through the glass plate of this display case, and then you have a fight where you're on the sphere. Like as you walk down, the enemies keep spawning in. Like
That
looks
sounds
really
real scary.
cool.
That's real scary. But Prey 2 is what they announced 2 years ago now? 3?
Yes, they announced it,
Um,
canceled it, switched developers. Rumor
yeah.
has it that the Wolfenstein devs are working on it.
Well, that's probably pretty
Interesting.
good. Because
Ooh.
Wolfenstein, especially the New Order,
Yeah, Arcane.
really good.
Yeah, I watched a playthrough of that. Looked awesome.
Arcane Studios showed they can make a shooter.
Oh no.
Yeah, what are you doing?
My nose was running, and then I accidentally hit the mic with the tissue.
Your makeup's now running.
Better go
Yeah.
catch it. Sorry.
Fail.
Oh god.
Let's see here. When you die in Prey, you have to fight your way back to life. Pretty neat mechanic.
So I'd be
Oh,
fighting my way
wow.
back
That might be
the
what you
entire
saw.
time. If you
Yeah.
die a lot, then they make it easier. I hope so. Because I wouldn't need that.
The Prey games are not scary at all.
Well, Savadis is scared of many
It's
things. that aren't
called
scary.
Prey. That's just like when you see a sign that says sharks and you just jump in. Not smart.
Why would you jump in if there's a sign for sharks?
It'd be really.
Sign for Prey. Why would you play?
It would be really bad if, like, every time you see an enemy,
Pray to play?
You have to pray for them, that they
Yeah.
pray for their soul. And that was the whole game.
And there's like
Y'all
connects
need
involved.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Dan can spell.
Well, it's a play on the wording.
It is a
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
play-
joke.
It's spelled
It's a play
differently.
on prey.
It's called humor.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, a joke.
You have
Fail.
to. You're sarcastic like 90% of the time.
I'm never sarcastic.
True.
I'm sarcastic right now.
What?
What?
I wish Bethesda would hurry up. Basically, what we're trying to do here is just talk until they hurry up.
Yeah, they are late, and we are waiting on them.
Because we have nothing to talk about until they show up. That's
I'm-
really what it is.
I'm
then-
hoping for all mobile game announcements. Only, like they're just,
Just
going
all.
full mobile game.
They're dropping PC and console completely
Yep.
and just going all mobile.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
We do have a podcast after this, by the way.
What did we decide if Dan was going to have to wait?
I mean, am I a good boss, or
Do I get paid more
do
if
we
I say
care?
yes?
Do we care more about Dan's happiness or viewership? Obviously, viewership is.
I don't
we
care.
do it.
Either's good.
For anyone
chat.
that wasn't here earlier when we discussed this, the issue is that Dan wants to watch Game of Thrones, but Sev wants to record a podcast. So
I mean, we all want to record
We
the
all
podcast.
have to record the podcast. The podcast has to happen within the next.
The episode's out
4
right
hours.
now. I have to choose between Game of Thrones and Bethesda.
That's really not a hard choice.
I know.
Okay.
Has he pulled up the episode to watch it on his
Yeah.
laptop?
I can multitask.
God.
So Bethesda to announce a Game of Thrones game.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. If you vote for Dan to watch Game of Thrones first,
There has
you
to be
get
a
less
mod.
Dan.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird situation. It's like, are you going to
Mhm.
be selfish? Do you want to see more Dan, or do you want Dan to leave? I mean, I don't know.
So
it's
if
extra
it's
long,
any
so-
consolation, we're totally vamping and stretching for time here.
Mm-hmm.
But according to chat, the Bethesda pre-show is full on cringe mode right now. So I think
Oh, is
we're-
it pretty
I
bad?
think
Sessler.
I think we're doing better than they are. So
Yeah,
there's something.
Sessler and
Well-
she are dragging it out as long as they can. Sort of like how we are.
That's
Yeah.
weird though, because I don't think they work together often. Probably,
They worked
Like-
together for years.
like
they
we
haven't.
do,
They did a show together for like 10 years,
but not recently.
not recently.
That's
no.
so a long time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How long have we done our show together?
Like
a year.
A year.
Yeah, well, we're getting there. Right, a year, 10
Soon.
years. It's adding a 0. It's pretty easy.
Dan carries these guys. No, he tried to carry me, but
No.
he dropped me and I broke a
I
rib.
am not
and
that strong.
We're not going to do that again.
Oh God, so much cringe over there. Dishonored 2, 11 of 12. Yo, I've never given a game 12 of 12, but
I've never ranked anything in 12s.
That's also
all
best.
right.
His
Base-
favorite number. He
base
used to have a
12.
ring
Base
that was
12.
like a dice.
I still have a D12 dice ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why is 12 your favorite number.
I don't actually know. It's a very beautiful number mathematically, and
How?
so I just
How?
Why?
What's
I
it?
just-
What?
it's a very beautiful number.
I could see 16 is.
Chat
Good
says they're
number.
starting.
Alright.
Starting?
Oh, are we starting
Yep,
soon?
20 seconds until it starts.
Oh, here we are over
Ooh,
here.
here we
So
go.
let's switch to the
Oh,
old scene.
snap.
right
It's happening.
Let's get the audio and we'll make this happen.
Look at that timer. It's going crazy.
That's a
and
pretty
send
cool
us your
title.
questions and comments. If we read yours, you might even nab a special giveaway.
You think they
that
really
Alright.
used all the digits?
We've got audio.
They're timing me. I'm getting excited. Everyone here
Yes.
getting excited?
He's
I'm
getting
excited, Sessler.
I'm excited.
6, 5.
4, 3, 2,
All right, guys,
One.
enjoy the show.
joy.
Is anyone actually going to use hashtag BE3?
No. Well, they already have. Oh my God.
Oh.
Aw, blue screen.
I saw
Dune.
so much stuff.
I just
That
saw a
was
lot
like
of names.
all
I
the
just saw
titles.
so much stuff.
This,
Oh!
Oh my God!
Seriously?
They're seriously opening.
Opening with
Oh my
Quake.
God!
Dude, it's over. It's over.
Can you raise the audio a little bit?
I need to hear this.
I'm seriously tinkling right now.
This is how you start a freaking conference.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, E3 or EA just lost.
They had a chance. Lightning gun.
Man, I played so much Quake Live.
Look at the rockets.
Whoa. Wow.
Oh my God!
I have goosebumps.
Damn.
Literally, look. I
I
literally
do
have
too.
goosebumps.
I got.
Literally have
I got
goosebumps. Whoa.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Studio Director of id Software, Tim Willis.
Quake right off the bat.
Good evening, and welcome to the Bethesda E3 Showcase. Yes, Quake is back.
The crowd's happy.
The game that defined competitive multiplayer is back and better than ever. You know, it's hard to believe that 20 years ago, Quake was first released. And, you know, if you'll excuse the pun, the aftershocks can still be felt to this day. Quake set new standards for multiplayer and pushed the boundaries for graphics and gameplay. Quake also became a pioneer for esports. And 20 years later, Quake is still played in tournaments across the globe. The biggest of those tournaments is our very own annual gathering, QuakeCon, which will attract this August tens of thousands of people to Dallas. As a co-designer of the original game, I'm extremely proud and excited to be standing here today to announce the next chapter of this great game, Quake Champions.
Oh no, they're not going to
Quake Champions is a competitive, arena-style, first-person shooter for the PC, designed for players of all skill levels. Whether you are new to Quake or have been fragging for the last 20 years, Quake Champions will give you the challenge and rush you'd expect from id Software multiplayer games. Now, we know that high-end performance is critical with this type of game. You know, so be assured, as with any id Software game, that Quake Champions will be fast, with amazing graphics running at 120 hertz with unlocked frame rates. Yes.
They know how to play the PC gamers.
You're going to get heart-stopping action that will keep you on the edge of your seat as you fight in classic arena combat. Quake Champions also taps into another hallmark of the franchise, unique and badass characters. The game features a diverse cast of warriors, each with different attributes and unique abilities, allowing you to fight the way that you want. And you know that id has a long tradition of supporting competitive tournaments, and that continues with Quake Champions. The game is designed for world-class esports play at every level, from the world's greatest Quake players to anyone willing to test their skills in the arena. So as part of the launch plan for Quake Champions, Bethesda will be supporting and expanding competitive tournaments and leagues beyond QuakeCon, and we'll have more to share about that in the coming months. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek into our newest game. Join us at QuakeCon in August, and we'll have even more to talk about. And now, please join me in welcoming Bethesda's Global Vice President of PR and Marketing, Pete Hines.
Not yet.
We're waiting for the word.
Not yet.
They'll be last if they're going to do it.
Go ahead with it.
Thank you.
Steady cam.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim. As Tim said, we'll have even more to show on Quake Champions this August at QuakeCon. I mean, it's right there in the name. How would we not have our new Quake game at QuakeCon? Make any sense?
Did you say they're going to have
But
it there?
right now, we're not at
they're gonna
QuakeCon.
show
We're
more.
at E3, the biggest week in gaming, and this is the Bethesda E3 Showcase.
Fancy stage.
So welcome to everyone here with me and to the millions of you watching online around the world. Thank you for joining us. We planned this showcase just like we make all of our games for you. Now, last year our showcase kicked off a big year for Bethesda, one of the biggest in our many years of making games. So let me mention just a few highlights. The Elder Scrolls Online was released on console and became one of the best-selling games of 2015 and was named MMO of the Year.
It's a stretch.
The only one that came out that
How
year.
many
That's cheating.
MMOs came out?
That's cheating.
We launched Fallout Shelter, the very first mobile game from Bethesda Game Studios, and it became an instant hit and winner of multiple Mobile Game of the Year awards. In November, Fallout 4 was one of the biggest launches in the industry.
Who hates being interrupted?
So you've heard of it. Good. And won numerous Game of the Year awards, including at DICE and again at the BAFTA Awards. And now Fallout 4 is bringing user mods to Xbox One and soon to PS4 in a way that's never been seen before. And just last month, the new Doom was released to rave reviews. Now, the original Doom almost single-handedly popularized first-person shooter games, and now you have a new Doom game, faithful to its legacy with some of the best graphics and gameplay ever, and millions of fans have been enjoying the fast-paced action and creating and sharing mods using SnapMap. The response to all of these games has been amazing, and your enthusiasm and support for us has encouraged us to go even bigger. You just heard about our new Quake game. Let's see what else we have planned for you guys. At last year's showcase, I told you about The Elder Scrolls Legends, a free-to-play collectible card game. Now, as I said last year, I am a huge fan of these games. I play them a lot. So this is a game I'm particularly excited about. Legends provides a very deep strategy experience through both single and multiplayer modes, beginning with a campaign complete with a compelling story, interesting characters, and some great gameplay. The story is told from the perspective of a moth priest named Kellen. I'll let him tell you a little more as we take a look at the campaign's opening cinematic.
Cinematics?
The Elder Scrolls show us what was and what yet will be. And they have revealed much to me.
Spare us your stories, old man, unless they can sharpen spears. Our war chief is dying. Our enemies are massing for another attack. We must prepare for battle.
We should go, Kellen. We have the scroll we came for. And this one smells blood in the wind.
Patience, Nog. I have words yet to speak here. Stories can do surprising things, Spear Maiden, whether they are true or not. And
Bethesda, please.
Oh, God.
The
Not
stream
like
just
this.
went out.
Oh. In.
Okay, we're getting it back.
More like Twitch, please.
Oh, is it Twitch's fault?
Out, 1080, 59.94.
You might want to switch over to the other one. Oh, no. Here it is.
Okay.
the Emperor fled north, leaving Cyrodiil to the invaders. This is the story of a forgotten hero who changed the very course of history.
Deck of cards.
Yep. And a dream.
You're not very enthusiastic in that crowd.
Not really.
A lot of our media.
When Legends begins, you're set on a path to discover the world of the Elder Scrolls in a way you haven't seen before. The choices you make define your approach and unlock all the depth the game has to offer. A two-lane battlefield provides more variety and strategic depth. Players make decisions that change the cards they want to improve or add to their decks. And we offer a full single-player campaign, as well as multiple ways to play against the AI or other players in both battle and arena modes. Now, we began public beta testing in April, and so far the feedback from the people who have been playing has been terrific. To celebrate E3 this week, we'll be letting even more of you into the beta to start playing. Now, if you haven't signed up yet, just visit Bethesda.net, create an account, and sign up, and be sure to keep an eye on your email. Also tonight, we're very pleased to announce that in addition to PC and iPad, Legends will be coming to iPhone, Mac, and Android tablets and phones later this year. As I said, I'm very excited about Legends as it brings together an award-winning franchise that I love and a new genre, and whether you're a veteran strategy card fan or have never played a game before, it's a game we think you'll all really enjoy. And now, so long as we're on the topic of Legends, let's take a look at what the team at Bethesda Game Studios has been hard at work on.
Welcome here to Bethesda Game Studios. It's amazing to think it has only been a year since you first heard about Fallout 4 at this very event. And thanks to you, it became not just our most popular game ever, but one of the industry's. It has simply blown us away, and we're incredibly blessed to have fans like you. Seeing what you've created, not just in the main game with the add-ons and of course mods, it is just incredible. And we're not done yet. We're excited to show you what's coming next for Fallout 4.
Really?
Huh.
Next week.
Okay.
Oh.
Vault Tech Workshop. Story DLC.
Always with the music.
It's all over, but the crying, and I can't get over crying over you.
August.
Ooh.
Of course,
Every
we didn't
month
just
they're
announce
coming out with
Fallout 4
something new.
last year. We also announced and released Fallout Shelter, which over 50 million of you have downloaded and played. We have a really big update coming out. Take a look.
The priest. Okay, that's cool.
PC version. Yeah.
It'll be fun.
We hope you're as excited as we are about all of this stuff coming to Fallout. We want to thank you again, not just for your support over the last year, but your support of our whole studio really over the last 20 years. There is something else, though, that you've been asking us about, and yes, we've been working on it.
Skyrim Remaster. Yep.
Yep, there it is. Oh my god.
PC version. That is Fallout's engine. They ported the Fallout 4's engine.
You talk about the lighting.
The lighting engine is in there.
Everything right now. Mods on console. Yeah.
Yeah, I called it.
Yes.
Right. Special edition.
God, that's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the president and co-creative director of Arcane Studios,
They can come back
Raphael.
No, he would have came out right there. They wouldn't have done that right there like that. Here comes Prey 2 announcement. Or
Arcane Studios?
that's who they're working on.
Thank you.
First will probably be
Hi everyone,
Wolfenstein.
I'm very excited to be here tonight on behalf of Arcane Studios, the makers of Dishonored. Our passion is for a very specific kind of game, first-person immersive games. Our games blend narration and simulation in a way that makes every player's experience different.
I'm trying to understand it.
Where players can improvise and where choices
sneak
have
button.
consequence.
What is it?
Our games encourage replay in order to try different play styles so that players are free to play their own way. In 2012, we released Dishonored. We were thrilled that the game was so well received by the gamers and the critics all around the world. That was like one of the best feelings for us developers. After that launch, my friend and co-director Harvey Smith took the lead on Dishonored 2, so he went to France in Lyon and worked with the team over there. Meanwhile, I have been busy in Austin working on something else with the team in Austin. And tonight, I have a surprise for you. I'm going to reveal what that surprise is in a minute. It's a new game built on the values that are so dear to Arcane. It's another first-person immersive game set in a dangerous universe. Only this time, we've added a psychological thrill. Here is the world's first look at what we've been up to.
Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032. You have a 9 a.m. appointment with Alex in his office. There is no duration set for this meeting. There is a 3 p.m. meeting in TranStar Conference Room A to greenlight research and development plans. Please confirm your attendance prior to arrival. The most recent test results from the Cybertron. Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032. You have a 9 a.m. appointment with Alex in his office. There is no... Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032.
Worse.
Good morning, Morgan. Looks like we have some tests to run through today.
Good morning, Morgan. You're not going to like what I have to say next.
Oh, it's Prey!
Prey.
Wow.
Prey remaster. Rumors were true.
It is Prey.
But not Prey 2.
Yeah, they decided to reboot it.
In Prey, you awaken aboard Talos 1, a very special space station. It is year 2032. You are the key subject of an experiment meant to alter humanity forever. But things have gone wrong, of course. The space station has been overrun by an alien threat, and you are now being hunted. As you dig into the dark secrets of Talos 1 and your own past, you must survive using all the tools at your disposal on board of the station. Your wits, weapons, and mind-bending abilities. Prey will be available next year on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. We'll have more to show at the QuakeCon, so be sure to join us there. Thank you.
We're selling this QuakeCon.
We really are.
Hi everyone, I'm Marty Stratton, executive producer of Doom at id Software. Last month, we had the privilege of releasing one of the most iconic titles in our industry to fans around the world. We challenged ourselves to ensure Doom lived up to its incredible legacy, and we thank you, our fans, for making the Doom launch such a tremendous success. It's been amazing to watch and hear from the millions of players enjoying the many aspects of the game. From those of you gunning for the perfect run through the campaign, to others constantly testing their skills in multiplayer, you continue to inspire our team. Last year, we told you we wanted to put the power of creation in the hands of every player through Doom Snap Map, allowing for an endless stream of new gameplay. And in the coming months, we're excited to be supporting Doom Snap Map with free updates and even more ways to play. We'll be delivering new construction modules, including hell visual themes, as well as new props, objects, weapons, and items. While creators can look forward to new logic options and functionality, like the ability to create true single-player experiences with features like the popular weapon wheel found in the campaign. And again, throughout the year, every Snap Map feature and update is free for every player. For multiplayer, next month we'll release 2 new modes, including a uniquely doomed variant of One Flag CTF called Exodus, as well as an all-new multi-zone capture and hold mode called Sector. Later this summer, we'll turn up the heat with the release of 3 free-for-all modes, including Classic Deathmatch. These modes will be free to all players and playable on any existing or future maps. Also next month, fans can look forward to our first premium Doom DLC pack, Unto the Evil. The first DLC pack includes 3 new multiplayer maps, Offering, Cataclysm, and Ritual. A new playable demon called the Harvester, a new gun, equipment item, armor sets, taunts, and more. With just a month past since our launch, we hope you've only scratched the surface of fun we packed into the game. And we can't wait to give you even more ways to compete, create, play, and fight like hell. Thank you.
Solid.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Jesse? Soon, too.
Wow, ton of great stuff
love
there
that theater.
for everyone that's enjoying Doom. And again, we thank you, the fans, for making it such a hit. Doom has received near universal acclaim from critics and players alike for its fast combat, over-the-top demons, and amazing graphics, everything that it is known for. Now, it is also known as a longtime supporter of shareware, or for you youngsters in the audience, that's what us old guys used to call a demo. And in a nod to that tradition, we decided to offer anyone that hasn't checked out Doom's amazing gameplay a chance to do it for free. So, starting tonight, you can download and play the first level of Doom on Steam, PS4, or Xbox One for free. Now, this offer is only good this week, but we want everyone to have a chance to see why Doom is one of the highest-rated shooters ever. So if you love super intense action or you just want to experience state-of-the-art gaming, go download Doom and fight like hell on us. We think you'll see what everyone else is talking about. Now, let's shift from Demons of Hell to Daedric Princes and Secret Assassin Cults. Please welcome from ZeniMax Online Studios, the Elder Scrolls Online game director, Matt Firer. Matt?
ESO2, come on.
We're going to talk about the expansion.
Thanks, everyone.
Can you guys please play the game?
Good evening.
Not lady.
Someone calm that woman down.
This week is the one-year anniversary of the launch of the Elder Scrolls Online on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Because we were launching the game this time last year, I was a little busy and I wasn't able to be here in person, but I made sure I was here this year to tell everyone what's been happening with the Elder Scrolls Online. From the console launch last June to the release of 3 critically acclaimed DLC game packs during the year, all of us at ZeniMax Online have been really, really busy. But before I go any further, I want to take a moment and thank all of our fans for your support, your enthusiasm, and your feedback. We take it really seriously, and we continue to work to improve the game. And based on the response, you like the changes. Elder Scrolls Online was named Best MMOG of 2015, was one of the best-selling games of the year of any kind, and now supports a highly engaged community of over 7 million of you who have been exploring this enormous world of Tamriel.
The statistics or just look
Let's
at them
take a
the
look
right
at some of
way,
the
you can
highlights
say
from the Elder
whatever you
Scrolls
want.
Online from launch onward.
Did any of you ever play this?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, it was boring.
Okay, I tried to play it.
I didn't have to touch it.
34 billion monsters. Okay.
There's some ESO gameplay.
Yeah, that has to be inside there.
It's a mod for Mudcrabs.
It's more of an Elder Scrolls joke. Mudcrabs are the weakest enemy in the game.
Also annoying as hell. What's a Murloc?
Now it's a Murloc.
Rift.
Crab lives matter.
Did it say it's 7 million players?
That's what they said.
I don't believe that for a second.
I believe it.
That lady.
As you can see, the Elder Scrolls Online community is having a lot of fun playing the game. And our player community is still growing. Tonight, I'm very happy to announce that on June 23rd, we'll be expanding internationally by launching Elder Scrolls Online in Japan. We look forward to welcoming these fellow adventurers to the exciting world of Tamriel. And for everyone who plays, we have a lot more great content on the way.
If you're in Japan till now?
For me, one of my favorite moments in any RPG ever was the Dark Brotherhood quest in the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. It was packed full of assassination and intrigue, and like me, fans everywhere loved it. So I'm particularly excited for the launch of the Dark Brotherhood DLC game pack on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 this Tuesday. In the Dark Brotherhood DLC, you'll travel to another location from Oblivion, the Gold Coast of Cyrodiil. The Dark Brotherhood has an appropriately dark storyline full of intrigue and mystery and brings all new repeatable quest gameplay to ESO. So, please enjoy the worldwide debut of the Dark Brotherhood DLC launch trailer.
How dark is it, though?
They silenced her. I heard her fade away
into a shriek.
I feel like we need to hire her to be our hype guy.
Send your child unto me. For the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear.
Wow, blood.
This is the Black Sacrament, Initiate. A contract
Dark Brotherhood is always one of the
closed
best
for
lines
murder.
How old is this?
Now go, assassin. Take your blade into the night. Be rewarded for your service. In our business
Honor the Night Mother.
death.
Right in the dick.
Welcome, Initiate, to the Dark Brotherhood. And know this, in Tamriel, no one is safe. Especially from us.
Sweet mother. Sweet mother.
It was appropriately
Send your child unto me.
Oh my God.
She's back. She's back. I think it was probably Jessica.
Our PC players are already having fun
Megan.
sneaking around Tamriel and learning more about this mysterious group. And we can't wait to see what happens when our console players get to experience the Dark Brotherhood this week. But that's not all. A core philosophy in the Elder Scrolls Online is to constantly make the game better. Since launch, we've regularly been adding innovative features such as the Justice system and the Champion system, and we're about to make another game changer. Tonight, we're announcing One Tamriel, marking another major evolution of gameplay in the Elder Scrolls Online. With One Tamriel, all characters will be automatically leveled to content in the world, allowing them to freely group with anyone they want, and also to explore the vast world of Tamriel with no level restrictions.
Did he seriously just say auto-leveling?
Means you go into level 30.
This means all content barriers are gone, and there are no restrictions on alliances or questing. From the moment you get out of the tutorial, the entire game world is open for you to explore freely. You can go wherever you want and play with whomever you want. This is the first time this has ever been done in a multi-platform RPG. We'll think you'll love it.
Why have levels at all?
I think that's basically what he's saying. Is that right?
That's what the Elder Scrolls
One
games are
Tamriel
like.
will be
You
coming
can
to
go
the
wherever
Elder
you want
Scrolls
and reduce. They
Online
wanna make
this
it like
fall.
that.
In closing, I want to thank
Hasn't
the
been done before,
awesome
so.
Elder Scrolls Online community for your support. We never take it for granted. We work hard every day to make your Elder Scrolls Online experience the awesome adventure you want and deserve. Thanks, everyone.
I don't hear her anymore. She didn't like that last one.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, there she is.
Thank you, Matt. Well done. Now, we want you to get as much as possible out of this year's showcase. So, this year, after we're done here in the hangar, we're just going to keep the showcase going. Now, for those of you watching at home, our pre-show hosts, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb, will be back to take over the stream, and they'll bring you exclusive interviews and more information about all the games that we're talking about here tonight. Here in Los Angeles, we've built an interactive space over on the other side of the lot where you have a chance to learn more about our games, play some of them, and meet some of our developers. Over there is also food, drink, and to make sure it's a real party, we have arranged a special performance by Blink-182, who will drop their new album.
All right.
What?
So I don't know if
Who
we're
will
going
drop
to
their
be
new
here
album,
after
California,
this.
in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And you
What?
get to hear them live tonight as they start their summer tour.
They're going to drop a new album?
Now we have another treat for you over there as well. A chance to experience the latest in virtual reality from Bethesda.
Bethesda VR.
What? That's something we didn't even talk about.
Weren't expecting that, were you?
Nope.
Not at all.
Now, the first time anyone experienced modern VR was at E3 2012, and if you were there and lucky enough, you may remember getting to play Doom 3 BFG in our booth. Now, at the time, we had solved some of the toughest technology challenges posed by VR, and people were amazed. Since then, we've quietly continued our pioneering work in VR, and tonight, we want you to see and experience what you feel when you put on a headset and play the latest AAA games in the industry. Now, we have 2 games for you to experience. The first is the just-released Doom. You can take a virtual tour of hell and get a totally unique look at the very latest in graphics and true next-gen rendering from our id Tech 6 engine. In addition, we think the greatest promise of VR is its ability to immerse players completely into virtual worlds, and that the best games for that experience will be first-person open-world RPGs.
Fallout.
So we have Fallout 4 for you to play as well.
That's going to be awesome.
Wander the Wasteland,
That
check out the
contraption stuff
iconic
they were
Red Rocket,
talking
try
about
combat.
would work
I'm
really
telling
well
you,
in
with a
VR.
Pip-Boy on your arm, a dog by your side, a gun in your hand, it's pretty incredible. Tonight, we're pleased to announce that Fallout 4 will be released in 2017 on the HTC Vive platform.
Wow.
Well, lucky for us.
My playthrough's got to
And
wait
if
till
you
then.
thought survival mode was an intense way to experience Fallout, you ain't seen nothing yet. We want to give you a glimpse into where we're headed with VR, where you can expect us to remain a leader, offering our games on the very best platforms you choose. So be sure to check it out. Now, for more on the second half of the showcase, let's check in with Adam and Morgan to see what's happening and get an update on what they have planned. Adam, Morgan, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Pete. Now, we are here at BE3+, and this is sort of this experience that you guys are going to get to see after the showcase. We have some Bethesda VR over here. Now, right now, there's no line, so that's kind of tempting, isn't it?
So taking advantage of that. And over here, Elder Scrolls Legends for everyone to play. Pete, I fully expect to see you at one of these tables showing off that card mastery skill I know you possess.
Now, in here, Adam and I are actually going to be interviewing some of the developers that you guys just saw their games on stage, so we're going to have a lot more information for you. So everybody on the stream needs to stay tuned for that after the showcase.
Lots of good info, but for the moment, let's go back to Pete and even more games.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's not going to be much
Thank
more
you,
than
Adam and
that.
Morgan. We will see you guys in a few minutes. But we are not going anywhere just yet because there is one more thing that we think you are going to want to see. Last year, we announced that a sequel to Dishonored was in development, marking a new chapter to the Game of the Year from Arcane Studios. We shared a few tidbits about the sequel, but for the most part, you could say we've been in stealth mode. Until now. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Dishonored 2 is going to be a very special game, one that lives up to its celebrated legacy and then goes way beyond. To tell you more, please join me in welcoming the creative director of Dishonored 2, Harvey Smith.
Wow. Thanks, Pete. Hi, everybody. In Dishonored, you play a supernatural assassin in a steampunk city. The game blends combat, stealth, and mobility, giving you many different pathways and approaches. When the original Dishonored was released in 2012, you embraced the game and made it your own. You discovered moves and combinations of powers that we didn't even imagine. We were thrilled by your passion for Dishonored, and we were humbled by the success of the game, which won more than 100 Game of the Year awards. At last year's E3,
Does mine count in that?
we announced Dishonored 2. So tonight, here with all of you for the first time, we're going to show you the game.
Yes, baby.
Gameplay. Please and thank you.
Smoke.
Anti-statue.
This is in-game engine.
Yeah, running on PC.
Yep.
That's the most messed up keyboard ever.
It's like you're typing someone's brain.
Ergonomic. Old school.
Is that how birds fly?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Empire of the Isles, a rich Victorian-inspired fantasy world with a distinct style and an exotic cast of characters. For Dishonored 2, we wanted to explore a new location, Karnaca, the jewel of the South. Our approach to world creation is very layered. Our art and design teams work together to create a strong sense of place with a well-realized culture. It's based on the people living there, the work they do, the architecture, economy, the climate, even the food and songs. In order to bring Karnaca to life, we've created a custom game engine designed to support our signature art direction and level design. We wanted Dishonored 2 to resemble a painting in motion, so we've given considerable thought to our lighting and the way it plays across every surface. We've created custom tools to support the interruptible, real-time narrative scenes necessary for a stealth simulation. And the same is true for our approach to audio, both in terms of atmospherics and stealth gameplay. All of these details make Karnaca more vivid thanks to our new technology, which we call the Void Engine.
This isn't as hype as I expected for the last thing.
Well, they're just showing off locations right now.
Yeah, it's pretty. I wouldn't call it a closer.
I'm just looking at all the different. You can see all the routes even through
In
here.
crafting spaces for you to explore, we've got several creative goals. We want the environment to feel coherent and complete, plausible. Where do these characters live and how do they get to work? Is there a viable pathway that makes sense? Where do they take their breaks or stop for lunch? But it goes further than that. For Dishonored 2, we felt compelled to ask ourselves about the history of a given street or shop. What was there a decade before the player arrives in Karnaca? Often you can see the layers of history, watermarks on the wall from past floods, peeling posters and advertisements from years ago. We want every market, every alley to tell a story and to offer you the chance to see something novel or intriguing.
Hell of a job. Animations seem kind of weird, don't they?
A little rough.
Dishonored 2 starts and ends in Dunwall, but most of the action takes place here in Karnaca. All right, there you go. Your first look at Dishonored 2.
Oh, that's it.
It's not even like an actual
Thank
in-game.
you.
Just
On behalf of all my
Like a
teammates at
benchmark.
Arcane and Leon who worked so hard to bring this to you, and my dear friend Rafael
been a
Colantonio,
year.
thank you so much for all the passion you've given the game.
Come on, baby.
In the first Dishonored game, you played Corvo
There's
Atano,
more.
falsely accused of killing the Empress, the woman he loved and was sworn to protect. And you were blamed for the abduction of their daughter, Emily Caldwin.
Yes.
After escaping on the night of his execution, Corvo is gifted with supernatural powers and dedicates himself to avenging the death of the Empress and restoring young Emily to the throne. As we began to work on Dishonored 2, a single question haunted us. What became of Emily Caldwin? How would her experiences affect her, and what kind of ruler would she become? We envisioned Emily grown up, 25 years of age, and then we began to imagine what she'd be like as a heroic figure, as someone fighting for her life against the forces of deceit. We developed a vision for Emily Caldwin that excited us, and at E3 last year, we shared that vision with the world. Dishonored 2 is set 15 years after the first game. Emily Caldwin rules the Empire, watched over by her father, Corvo Atano.
All hail Her Imperial Majesty, Emily Caldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily.
You look tired, Father.
Every year, I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the crown killer eventually.
People are saying it's you, but these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No, someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
When an otherworldly usurper seizes the throne, the fate of the Empire is left hanging in the balance. Dishonored 2 offers you the choice of playing as Empress Emily Kaldwin or the Royal Protector, Corvo Attano. Emily and Corvo are both fully voiced this time, with their own perspectives and emotional responses to the events transpiring around them. Whoever you choose to play, you've got to flee Dunwall, your home, and travel to Karnaca in order to unravel the threads of a conspiracy and take back what's yours.
I've gotta get away. I should talk to the captain of that ship.
Yeah.
Dishonored is known for unscripted, simulation-driven missions where no two players ever have the same experience. There are many pathways to explore as you penetrate well-defended locations, numerous ways to find and eliminate nefarious targets. In crafting the missions for Dishonored 2, we've put a much greater emphasis on big, interesting themes, either from a gameplay or fictional standpoint, making each mission a wildly unique place to explore. I'll explain a little bit more about that. Today we're going to show you the Dust District, an industrial ruin ravaged by terrible storms that hit at random intervals. In the Dust District, a militant religious faction called the Overseers is at war with the Howler Gang. The leaders of both factions are trying to take each other down. You can side with the Overseers or the Howlers or neither. There are many ways to complete the mission.
That's the first actual gameplay footage of that.
No, we saw some free running earlier.
But there was no HUD.
This is the first time we see the HUD.
True.
Everything you see here is rendered in the Void engine, designed to create atmospheric and exploration-rich spaces.
Immersive highlighted objects.
Wait, did he not pick those up?
Scripted. Trigger.
Scripted.
There's loot back there, damn it.
That's cool.
That's nice. This looks fantastic.
It's a series of tubes.
To reach our target, Vice Overseer Byrne, we've got to get past the Grand Guard checkpoint, sealed off by a wall of light.
When I
a
see
cruel
this,
security
I just
device
see
reinstated
all the
by the
paths
Duke of
immediately.
Serkonos.
Orders from the Duke. We're losing too many people. Good soldiers blinded by that hallucinogenic powder the Howlers
Now someone's looking.
then stabbed to death or dragged down by the Abbey's hounds. One young lieutenant got hit by an overseer grenade. That was it. She was one of the Duke's 60 cousins or something.
Shit. Let's hope they do enough damage to each other so the fight goes out of them.
That won't happen until someone manages to kill either Paolo or Vice Overseer.
We've made much greater use of vertical space for Dishonored 2, encouraging players to explore the rooftops above the streets.
Out of my ears.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
If they don't pick up that loot.
Can he go on his lunch break now?
And that dude didn't see that.
Well, he knows the guy's gone now.
I like that he notices that the guy's
Where
gone.
did
Just
he
that
go?
a lot of times they're just oblivious to someone being gone.
Yeah, but he's right over the side and not just look.
Your sandwich is ready.
Oh, dust.
Fudgy.
Changing atmosphere.
Damn.
The storm alters visibility for the AI and for the player. A random storm hits and Emily comments on it. Many of the security devices in Dishonored 2 are powered by wind, a unique feature of Karnaca. So here we're switching off the windmill to get through the wall of light. There'll be a lot going on in this next fight. Drop attack, guards climbing and vaulting, combat choke, and Emily using far reach to pull an explosive whale oil tank toward her from a distance.
From
Spoiler alert. Batman. Ooh, God. God.
Wow, that kick.
Right?
For you. Hey, you! Come here!
That was nice.
Uh-oh. Throwing him over.
Or
shoot him in the ass.
Come on.
All right, let's jump forward closer to our target, Vice Overseer Byrne. The Overseers are fighting the Howler Gang for the hearts and minds of the people of Karnaca. What happens here will influence Karnaca's future and the end games.
Dude, I hope this engine is optimized. Oh my god. It looks
Here
so
we're
good.
going to use Emily's mesmerized power to lull a group of Overseers into a stupor, evading combat altogether.
For sure.
Mesmerized, they won't notice Emily or even remember that she was here.
Must buy Starbucks.
It's kind of a cool way to do that.
The dog is even...
So empty right now.
It feels so empty.
So shiny.
Far Reach can be upgraded not only to pull objects from a distance, but also enemies, so you can finish them off in midair.
I love their upgrade system in Dishonored 1.
Spider webs.
Oh. This time, all of Emily's powers, which are new, and all of Corvo's can be fully upgraded using entirely new skill trees, giving you the ability to customize more deeply.
Is that actually going to pass off as I'm sleeping, though?
If you're new to the Dishonored series, it's all about options and exploration, playing at your own pace. The game has many different pathways through each mission, and also different approaches, stealth or combat, lethal or non-lethal, and a wide array of supernatural powers that will dramatically change the experience as you play. We're very close to Vice Overseer Byrne's office now.
Let's go. Ooh. Situation.
The oracular order, I've seen it, and I feel it in my bones. So this stalemate with the house.
So many enemies, yeah.
Byrne is giving a briefing using a projector. We're going to plant a stun mine and then link several of the Overseers with Emily's domino power.
What?
So that whatever happens to one of them will happen to all of them. They share the same fate.
Oh. Interesting.
Died trying to bring power. We suffered fatal injuries. Somehow we come back the next day to fight again. Whatever witchcraft we had.
Switching off the projector will attract Vice Overseer Byrne's attention, and when the mine affects one Overseer, it will affect all of them.
Go check, brother.
Go check.
Right.
Uh-oh, get wrecked.
There are many creative ways to use domino.
That's pretty cool.
Now we're going to show you Shadow Walk, another key power for Emily.
Oh, that's creepy looking.
Oh my gosh!
Shadow Walk is useful for stealth and combat. You saw it in the announced trailer that we made for the game, and you can fully use it in the game. Like all the powers, it can be upgraded in a variety of ways. With Vice Overseer Byrne out of the picture, the leader of the Howlers will owe Emily a favor, and that's just one way to complete the Dust District mission. Before closing today, we want to demonstrate another signature environment from a mission called A Crack in the Slab. It's another example of the missions in Dishonored 2 and how they're built around big, interesting themes. This mission takes place in a ruined manor that's been sealed for several years. At the start, the outsider appears and explains that reality was warped inside this place after an occult event. Your supernatural powers won't work inside the manor, and even time behaves strangely, allowing you to travel back and forth between the ruined present and the past when the manor was lavish and refined. Here we're in the present when the manor is in ruins.
Ooh, that's cool.
Oh, wow.
That is fancy.
It's like showing... Oh, that is something.
Now we've moved backwards, years into the past, when the manor was still inhabited and guarded.
Okay.
How does that
There's a
work?
time mechanic. You can jump to two times.
In the
two
manor.
times. With the timepiece.
If they only use this in one
Looking
level,
through the
that would be
lenses
severely
of the outsider's timepiece, you can see the alternate timeline. This is useful for solving puzzles, as you've seen, but it can also be used to avoid or take down enemies.
Oh, that's so cool, actually.
You can watch enemies in the alternate timeline and then step through to execute your plans.
That's cool.
OP. Can you pull him back in time?
That's ridiculous.
I don't have time for this.
What?
Whoa. Someone killed George. Can I have his stuff?
Doesn't that seem really OP, though?
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll limit it.
You only have so much sand.
We hope you're going to love the game as much as we do.
That's cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's cool.
I have to once again give a shout out to my team in France. They've worked so hard and they are so passionate about the game and the first game. They're really ready for you to get you guys to get your hands on it, and you don't have to wait long. All of you can leave your mark on the Empire of the Isles because Dishonored 2 will release on PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and PC November 11th, 2016.
Yep.
I thought they were going to change the date.
Nope.
But before I go, I've got one more thing for you.
What?
This is the worldwide launch of the Dishonored 2 gameplay trailer. You're seeing it here first. Good night.
Somebody else should have done that.
He
That's all.
seemed kind of
Poor.
Yeah.
He put me to sleep.
For the last thing, it wasn't good.
Should have got Aisha.
That'll be
Ubisoft already
tomorrow,
has her.
don't worry.
God, this gets, I have such girl we're looking at this.
Oh, come on. Click on? No.
Waffle's feeling the buzz right
I'm not playing the game.
Why? It's just mosquitoes.
It's like
Those are wasps. There was cones.
They're not real.
That's what you think.
Shitty cover.
Wow.
Frame rate though.
I know.
That does worry me.
It's hot.
Yeah.
They do have like
gonna
6
bring that
months to optimize that engine, but they just build a custom engine for something like that. It's scary.
They had one of those at PAX statue.
Fighting ants.
She stabbed
They
one
all
person
died.
and they all died.
They're all linked. Oh,
See you next fall.
is he back?
Yep. Yeah. Hello, Emily. I wonder if the game will be any different if you play as Corvo.
They implied it,
Yeah.
but they didn't
I
say
think
it
they will.
directly.
I don't know that the story massively will change, but it'll definitely have a different feel.
I'm sure they have different skills and abilities and stuff.
Oh God, my nipples are really hard.
Very excited about Dishonored 2.
Introduced
Can I
Todd
please have
Howard?
another round of applause for the very shy and took off Harvey Smith
They were very shy, took off.
And here's
and
Todd
everyone at
with some
Arcane
details on
Studios.
Elder
Those
Scrolls
guys are
6.
fantastic. They've been working their butts
Unfortunately, I
off.
think
Now,
it's over.
one of
Yeah.
the things that Dishonored fans have been asking about a lot
Elder Scrolls
is
6?
whether or not we're going to do a collector's edition. So tonight, I'm happy to confirm that yes,
Really?
we'll be doing a limited number of Dishonored 2 collector's
Comes the
editions.
mask. Didn't it come with the mask?
The collector's edition
A little
comes with a
mask.
very
Yeah.
cool replica of Corvo's mask as well as Emily's ring, and
Yeah,
it'll
the
be
ring.
available through retailers around the globe, but supplies are limited. And as we saw with Fallout 4 last year, and you know who you are, they go out quickly. So if you want one, I suggest that you pre-order one before they all go away. Also, if you pre-order or digitally pre-purchase any version of Dishonored 2 for a limited time only, you will get a free copy of Dishonored Definitive Edition, which includes the original, critically acclaimed game, plus all of the add-on content remastered for the current generation of consoles. Cool.
Cool indeed.
You've got to have something else.
Now,
I don't want to leave
games like Dishonored 2 and all of the games that we've shown here tonight don't happen by accident. There are wonderfully talented, dedicated people working hard every day to build games that thrill and inspire all of us. And I want to take a moment to recognize and thank the entire Bethesda team and all of our studios.
And Todd Howard.
If you take a look, you'll see teams from all over the world who are joining us now. Would you please welcome me? Would you please join me in thanking them all for their incredible and dedicated work?
Thank you, Bethesda.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
And now thank Todd Howard in person.
And now we want to announce one more game.
Oh, and one last thing.
I mean, they pretty much did everything but one.
Thank you very much. That was great. So, from Quake Champions to Dishonored 2, from The Elder Scrolls Legends to Prey, plus all of the new content for Doom, The Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 4, and Fallout Shelter, and the latest in virtual reality gaming, it should be another big year for Bethesda. Now, this has already been a great night, and we want to commemorate this moment and give you guys something special to remember it by. So for all of you here in Los Angeles, when you leave tonight, you'll get a special T-shirt.
A T-shirt.
So here's the best announcement.
Commemorating this event and all of the games that we've shown. And for those of you watching the stream at home, Adam and Morgan have T-shirts to give away, so keep watching for a chance to get yours. And that is everything we have to show you from this stage. So if you're here with me in the hangar, you can head over to the other side of the lot. If you're watching online, don't go anywhere. Adam and Morgan are about to take over the second half of the stream for the rest of our showcase. From all of us at Bethesda, thank you all so much for playing our games and joining us. That's it for me. Have a great night. Adam and Morgan, take it away.
I mean, we can't be that disappointed.
It's
but
better than EA.
There's the one.
It trounced EA.
Oh, man. I don't know why. All right. Tell them to go away. I can't think right now with all this noise in my ear.
Shut up, Adam.
Okay, he's gone.
Thank you.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, sure.
Yo, it was pretty good.
It started strong. Yeah. It started great. Like, just out of the, just right on the start, it was amazing.
I'm a bit surprised they ended with Dishonored 2. That seems strange to me, but...
I feel like they could have ended with Dishonored 2 really, really well if it wasn't like the nervous guy talking, right? They could have done it with a real bang if it was somebody else.
He even pointed out that the guy was nervous.
Even like the music they were using and the gameplay they were showing, and even cinematics are just like slow and boring. Like they could have made it way more like hype.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I don't know.
So for programming, we are going to be here for the next hour, so 45 minutes to an hour or so, reviewing what we just saw. So stick around with us as we discuss all this. Feel free to put your opinions in chat. And also, I encourage you to go to Discord, n3f.tv/join Discord. In our Discord thing, we have an E3 thing, voice channel, I guess it's called, where you guys can talk to each other about it, make fun of us, disagree with us.
Connect with other community members and
all that good
chat
stuff.
about what we just saw.
Cry about how Elder Scrolls 6 was not
Okay,
announced.
listen, everything else.
Every theory lined up.
Except that one. And that was a major stretch. You have to admit, that was a stretch.
I thought it out, like, elaborately, and it was it was going to be perfect.
But think about it. Next year, it's basically a guarantee. Is that true?
It's a
That's
whole
not
year
true,
to wait, though.
But
It's no guarantee.
Look at Dishonored. That was announced last year as well.
I mean, they did everything. Okay, what else did they miss that we talked about? It's not Prey 2. It's just a Prey reboot, right?
Mm-hmm. True.
Well,
what else was missed that we talked about? I think that was it. They just did it in a really boring way.
Yeah.
I think that was really it.
Evil Within 2 wasn't announced. I was hoping for that.
Oh, right. Yeah. There was no Evil Within.
But yeah,
Quake wasn't what we expected. By the way, Quake's just an online multiplayer arena.
I mean, we were talking about Prey 2. They're not calling it Prey 2,
not calling it
but
Prey
I mean,
2.
essentially, that's more of a technicality of plot writing, right? Like this is definitely.
It's definitely a sequel.
It's not. This isn't a remastered skin or something. Like, this is a new Prey game.
I think, just from like an overall perspective, I just felt like their hype level was very low. Like, they didn't bring very much energy.
I think that's accurate. Yeah,
They
I
didn't
completely
have
agree.
their Fallout 4 this year. And really, Todd Howard is such a great presenter. He has energy and presence and just can nail a performance, and they didn't have him this year.
Well, I tell you what, Tim Willits with the Quake announcement, he brought it.
He was good.
And I literally got nerd chills up my arm for that whole Quake announcement, which they opened with right out the bat, started with Quake, and I was like, oh my God, this conference is going to be so good. And it kind of went downhill after that.
With the best.
I was kind of sad that the Quake announcement looks like it's just going to be something like Overwatch, where there's no campaign.
They mentioned nothing about single player.
Yeah.
They were focused it's called Quake Champions, and in my notes I wrote multiplayer only because they didn't say, but there was a big focus on esports. So
and
clearly, because Quake is basically what created the competitive esports scene that we know today 20 years ago, and it's very clear that they want this to come back to that, and and they name dropped QuakeCon like the whole time.
They also did this thing that games been doing is they call it esports ready.
Yeah.
And a lot of games have been using this, like, I guess that terminology of, like, it's just ready for esports, just take it.
Ready
and
to
it's
go.
like,
yeah.
It's like you don't get to decide if your game's going to be esports.
I mean,
the community will.
I never played Quake single player, so I have no feeling towards that. I played Quake Live, which is just it's arena. It's literally arena, just over and over and over and over, and that's all it was, and it was awesome. Quake Live, you could do it. You had to like hamachi it and like that kind of stuff to do it. Stellar, and so that excited me because that's the Quake that I'm used to playing.
I'm the opposite. I only played the campaigns. Of Quake 2 was like one of my first computer games, and I love the campaign. It was so atmospheric. It had a good storyline. It was a little more story-centric than Doom, which didn't have much story at all. And I really loved the combat. It was just phenomenal in the game.
Now, he had a big focus on pointing out that it's going to be fast-paced, and he specifically said 120 hertz with unlocked frames.
only PC was a big thing, too.
Now, that's the kind of statement saying that it's going to be like, okay, Quake fans, we know that you love that it used to be a fast-paced game. We're going to give that to you again. I would normally be skeptical about that statement, but that's exactly what they said about Doom, and they delivered hardcore with that, right? Like they promised that with Doom, they gave it to us. I have pretty high hopes that Quake that they're going to deliver on that. I mean, I'm excited. I mean,
were you trying to order that mask?
Sorry,
right now?
I was actually trying to order Dishonored 2 collectors, and it's not on sale yet.
Yeah,
dang it.
He didn't say when that was going to go on sale.
I just got to make sure I remember to do it.
And they specifically talked about more tournaments and that there's going to be a tournament at QuakeCon.
Doom, they announced the most like additional stuff, right?
Oh
no, Fallout was probably
Fallout.
the most.
Yeah, they announced all the DLC.
But Doom, they announced a new DLC coming. They announced 5 or 6 more multiplayer maps, like we talked about in the pre-show.
Yeah. 2 new
lots
multiplayer
of
maps.
emphasis on multiplayer.
No, 2 new multiplayer modes, Sector and Exodus, and then 3 FFA maps or modes. And then there's DLC maps coming out for free.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
So he did a full recap of what they announced last year, and then that's when they talked about after that Fallout 4 and the contraptions workshop, and they didn't drop the VR tidbit till later, but. At first, I'm looking at the contraption stuff, and I'm thinking, I don't know, this seems like a ploy to get people who aren't normally into Fallout a reason to play this game. And then when they announced the VR, I'm like, wait a minute, okay. Making those sort of Rube Goldberg machines in a VR setting.
It's not... That's what you think about when VR comes out? All I think about is walking out of the vault and everything and like VR. And I haven't
think
played
about
the game.
walking into your own vault.
Well, see, the reason is because I don't know how you solve the problem with VR of walking, because you're in a room. You can't Like
the push up button.
Yeah, but that breaks the whole point is like you've got the sticks in your hand which let you have the Pip-Boy on your arm and you can look around and see everything, but you can't just walk like with your feet walk forward.
Well, you can,
and
if
that
you
breaks
have
the
a
immersion.
walking device. They do sell. That's a thing, right? That's going to be here at E3. There is a contraption that you can walk on if you want to. It stays under you.
That's going to be massive and expensive, and nobody's going to have that.
It's like $400.
But
Pretty cheap.
that's why I was thinking about the contraptions, because in a VR setting you could build those things like all around you and watch it in 3D space happening and not have the challenge of how you're walking.
Don't understand. They showed that at the actual conference they're going to have booths that can like have VR capable stuff for like demos. What it looked like. That's what Cesar was saying. They didn't have anything to show on the actual stage of like how it might look or anything
How do
like
you
that.
show that though?
Well, they're going to have it on the show floor, so they have something ready, right?
What do you show?
It's really hard to demo VR.
Yeah.
What do you show?
Yeah, but how are you going to sell it if you can't even demo it?
Well, it's meant to be shown at the.
That's the
You
word,
just described the
VR.
You just described the universal problem of VR.
Yes.
That's the whole thing. And I was a skeptic on the whole entire concept of VR until I actually tried it, and then I immediately fell in love with it. But if you don't experience it, it's hard to.
I mean, look at like.
That's why I hope that when we go over there on Tuesday, that we can actually try this.
Yeah, Microsoft did a great presentation of the HoloLens on stage. It was
I
fantastic.
feel like AR is a lot easier to do. Than
Really?
VR.
It is.
Yeah, because AR, all they have to do is just have another AR situation on the camera.
So
That's all they did.
They just need to find a way not to have it stereo mapped.
VR, you have to like, what do you even do? You just like, I don't even know how you show that in the same way that AR is shown. Right? AR is shown because they just put the blocks on the stage. That's easy.
Yeah.
As far as the DLC goes, the first two DLCs are both settlement DLCs, which you build in your settlement. In one of those, you can build. You can have that same thing, but inside a vault, which is going to be interesting. But those don't address the main problem with the game. Is that the questing in the game is just so dull and boring, and the settlement system just serves no function in the game itself. So it's nice to have more options for your settlements and stuff, but is it enough to really add too much?
Do you feel like this DLC is geared towards people who have already kind of gone through the whole story and all that stuff? They've kind of run out of things to do in Fallout, and now they're like, hey, here, you can build more stuff. Here, you can build your own vault. Here, you can do, you can make little pipe contraptions.
I mean, I haven't played it, but I've heard some complaints about the settlement system as it is.
Yeah, settlement system just felt tacked on and like unnecessary and bothersome a lot
Kind
of
of
time.
annoying, from what I heard.
But yeah, so I wasn't too impressed by those two, but the one that looked really cool is what looked like a story DLC, which is
Nuka-Cola World?
Nuka-Cola World. Where it's
the like a vacation-y, like a ruined vacation
I
island.
would guess it's probably going to be similar size to Far Harbor, maybe. So
like
I'm looking
10
forward to
hours?
that. Yeah, good, like a Skyrim size expansion.
That's the summer too.
Mm-hmm.
So all those things, it's like month. Go.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's pretty cool.
big update to Fallout Shelter announced.
Yeah, I might play that again. Well, I will play it again because it's on the PC.
Yeah, I was going to say, including PC now.
Yeah, I don't have to do it on my stupid tablet.
I immediately have to wonder, having that on PC, do they revamp the time-based mechanics? Because that was a big part of the mobile, like a lot of mobile games where you perform an action and you have to wait an hour before the cooldown before you can come back to it.
I'm sure you'll have to wait.
There's a lot of things you do in that, though. It keeps you pretty active.
I'm just
it's
wondering
not really
if
a game you
if
focus
it's a
all your
straight
attention
port, because the graphic engine definitely looked different for the PC footage they showed. So I'm wondering if it's just a straight port or if they're like changing mechanics or
they're not going to change mechanics.
Most games that I've played that are ports from the iPad stuff, they don't really change much, and they replace the in-app purchases with stuff you can earn in the game, or they just hook it to the Steam store. You can buy the stuff through there.
Now, I didn't catch any sort of
That's what I
release
assume will
date. Did they say when that was going to release?
They didn't really get a release
for
date
Fallout? I don't
on.
think they did Fallout
They said
For
it's
the
coming
Shelter.
soon, but we don't know when exactly.
They also say that quests would be added, which is, I guess, nice as well. Gives something more to do.
A new feature to the game. And and that was pretty much it for Fallout. And then after that, Skyrim remastered.
Yep, they're calling it the Special Edition.
Yeah, and people will not shut up in chat, so I'll just say it because I swear, like every 5 seconds, if you own Skyrim and all its add-ons, or own Legendary Edition on Steam, you'll get the free upgrade to the Special Edition on October 28th. I saw it as a tweet, and now they're spamming it in chat. So,
Yep.
There, we said it. Okay, guys.
So that's good for PC people.
Yes.
So can we talk about how crazy that lady was?
During what?
We're
during we were not
ESO
we're
yet.
not at-
No, that was that was
I'm
ESO.
excited for it though.
That was
just for that
ESO.
lady.
We got 2 games in between.
We're
We'll get there.
We
we're
just
at the
skipped over
Skyrim
Legends, I guess. We're
remastered,
not
and
gonna go back to
she
that.
I don't know if she hadn't showed up yet or if she just wasn't in Skyrim.
She was already hyping.
Her drinks hadn't kicked in yet. I assumed she was drinking.
She came there just for that.
But they didn't have much to say about it other than just showing the engine footage.
I mean, it looked great.
Which you said
For Special Edition?
looked like the Fallout engine.
It looked like they've ported it over to the Fallout 4 engine, which is the Skyrim engine, just heavily improved.
How is that going to compare to mods that update the graphics?
The base game for Skyrim is 32-bit,
Uh-huh.
meaning that there's a hard cap limit of about 4 gigs of memory. By making it 64-bit, you remove that, and then now you can load all the mods you want, and the game will be much more stable, in theory, when you heavily mod it like I do. So I'm excited to go back and mod it again when it's updated.
I think the biggest scenery mods that pack the biggest punch, they will still outdo the remastered edition, so to speak, and that's fine. I don't think that's a problem.
Yeah.
I think the big thing is that now you can do it on console because it is that Fallout 4 engine, so you can now mod console, and I think because modders now aren't going to have that 32-bit limit to work with, they're going to kill your PCs even more.
Oh,
basically.
Yeah. It'll be.
It's very easy to overmod Skyrim. But yeah, I was looking at the graphics. I'm like, oh, is that it? Because I'm used to heavily modded Skyrim. That's cute.
Right. What I'm saying is that the modders that made all those heavy mods that changed the scenery like that, now they can do double that resolution.
Which is cool because the theorized new consoles that might be coming out soonish will be great for this as well.
Sure.
Give more memory, more power to actually render better environments.
So from Fallout, they went to Prey, which is not Prey 2, just Prey.
Yeah.
We didn't know what it was
It looked,
for
it looked
2 minutes.
like a new IP for a while.
Most people have not played Prey and don't know what Prey is.
Yeah, I hadn't. Now, so this is an interesting thing for me because last PAX, since we had exhibitor badges, I was able to hang out on the last day after all of the normal people had been kicked out already, and Bethesda was taking down their booth, and they had like a shelf unit that had a bunch of just swag stuff from various games, right? Like there was Fallout shot glasses and just stuff from the various games, right? And the dude that was doing the teardown just started handing the stuff out to whoever was standing around. And one of the things they gave out was this water bottle with a symbol on it. And I had no idea what the symbol was. I'm like, what game is this
was it
from?
that symbol?
It was.
The
It was
circle
from
with
Prey. I couldn't figure it out until just then. And they had that big logo on a building or something. I'm like, oh, that's what that was. So they actually had Prey swag at PAX and didn't explain what it was.
Yeah.
It looked really scary, so that'll be a Dan game.
Yeah.
You like the scary games.
This game was announced a couple E3s ago. They showed gameplay of Prey 2. And then something happened with the studio that was making it, and they had to scrap the whole game. And now instead of remaking that game, they decided, oh, we're going to just reboot the entire game now.
Ooh, sorry, you keep going. You keep
Okay,
doing
there it
that
is.
thing.
You order your Collector's Edition, get your mask.
Yep.
But yeah, so the game is completely different from what the original was, and then what the remake was going to, the sequel was going to be.
The premise is so obvious.
N3F.TV/Amazon if you're going to order the collector's edition right now, like I am. N3F.TV/Amazon. Okay, sorry.
It's kind of like Dead Space. You're just in a spaceship and you're stuck.
Well,
on
it immediately reminded me of what's the
Why
name of
the
that?
hell weren't you on stage? God damn it!
It's $20 off with Prime.
Todd Howard is giving an interview right now at that conference.
Of course he is.
He could have announced something.
What was the name of the game that recently came out from the people that? He's underwater and it's a horror game.
God,
BioShock?
No. It just came
it's,
out.
Amnesia
I played
people.
It.
The Amnesia people made it.
Oh my, Soma.
Soma.
Yes.
Thank you.
God.
The trailer for Prey immediately kind of reminded me of aspects of the plot to Soma. The way that he's kind of like discovering like weird things are happening and it's kind of getting worse, and he's like discovering that the world is more messed up than he seems to think that it is. And
you know how his eye was really red in the trailer?
it kept getting worse.
There was a moment where like there was like a mask going on him, and you just see this like weird like rotating little thing. I wonder if that's why it was red and everything. If almost like it's his HUD.
Yeah,
it's done.
That's
boys.
pretty cool. Do you get it?
I did it, and it's $20 off on Amazon right now.
Oh,
if you have Prime,
snap!
If you have Prime, it's $20 off. It's only $79.99 for the whole collector's edition. That's awesome.
So n3f.tv/Amazon is what you're saying.
I am so excited that just happened.
So we're going to be able to put that mask on the podcast
on
wall
me.
set?
I will wear it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so awesome. Sorry, I got
so and they said next year for all platforms basically for Prey, and they didn't show a.
Oh, do you want one too?
It
can
was
change it to 2.
Okay.
Go put it on the company.
Sure.
It was totally a teaser, right? They didn't really show gameplay, but I was compelled. It looked intriguing. Looked like a good story.
The guy kind of looked like me a little bit. It was weird. It was like
a little bit like an old Andrew.
It
was one of those. It's a good teaser because it gives you just enough to want to know what's going on. But
does anybody else want a collector's edition?
No, I'm okay.
If the company's buying, yeah.
Well, you would say that.
Well, yeah, I would love to do that as a giveaway.
No,
I would.
It's different. We'll get those separately. we can get those. Those will be separate though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, everyone in chat's asking for one. Can you get them one?
I will. How many of you all would like one? Let me just go ahead.
Yeah,
and,
chat would like going. Chat would like one too.
I would play it.
Well, you can get the regular one if you don't want the mask.
Fine. I do
So it was after Prey.
You know I like props.
Doom happened then, but we already talked about Doom quite a bit. Kind of interesting. I don't know. But after that was the Woo Lady time. ESO.
Yeah, they talked about the snap map level editor, there's not much to say about that because they were talking about the DLC next month, new playable demon, new weapons, and the thing that struck me about that is that it's just good because they promised all that stuff before, and this is them saying we haven't forgot about that. We're actually going to give you this. That was kind of what they based Doom, to begin with this new Doom. They wanted it to be heavily about mods and community content and whatever, and they're doing it.
I was kind of surprised they didn't announce an expansion pack, like a story DLC or something.
They're trying to really push multiplayer in that, which I don't know if it's going to be a good idea.
That was the least. The part that most reviewers did not like as much as the multiplayer.
I think what they think is that they can fix that. I think that's what they're
That's
saying.
obviously what they're trying to do.
We can fix this. Give us a chance to fix this. Look at all these things we're going to do that you complained about, like not enough game modes, not enough maps, not enough variety. Those are 3 massive complaints about it. Here, we're giving you all that stuff. Now tell us what you think.
And the best part about it is they're doing it for free. So,
yeah. I actually do like the snap map updates. Like, it's a cool feature. I've watched people stream the creation of like levels, and the fact that they're now making it so that you can essentially make a fully featured single player level, that's really, really cool. I can see it going sort of Mario Maker style.
Straight up with triggers and AI stuff.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And the whole bit. That's pretty cool. And he also dropped the word shareware, which like
old school.
ID software shareware on floppy, like that was me back in the day. It totally brought back memories. But what he was talking about specifically is when did he say? I think like next week or something, right? Like soon. He said that you're going to be able to play the first level for free for a week.
For a week.
Yeah, a week.
It's pretty good.
I thought they even said it was going to be like very soon. Like
no,
even
it's
today.
tonight. No, it's tonight.
Yeah. So
for like the next week and play the first level of
It's
Doom.
kind of weird to have a demo only for a week. You would think
I don't.
that
What's
they'd have
the
a
problem
separate
with having
demo.
it forever? Money, but like that really.
Unless Steam
know.
charges you to keep it on their servers or something, I don't know.
Maybe that's something to do with it.
I don't know.
How long was the first level? It was pretty decent, right? Or to get to the first boss was a while.
Depends on what they consider the first level. If it's like
right,
it was probably good 15 minutes maybe.
For the first level?
It depends on how long you take.
I mean, it is a lot of work for them, right? They have to
Mhm.
basically chop up the game to make it so you're not downloading the whole game just to play this one level, and there's all that kind of stuff, obviously, that they have to do. Do you think it will be successful in converting people?
No.
I don't know if it'll be
Hard to say.
successful.
Depends on how big it is. Like, if they make you download the whole 50 gigs, so that way when you get to the end of the level, you'd be like, oh, you want to continue?
Buy this now.
I bet it's just only the data for the first.
Actually, I
first
don't know,
level.
man.
Really?
I could see that being a thing.
It could be either way.
You think they're gonna give them all the data so they can just try to find a way to?
That won't. I mean, they can encrypt it. That's not a problem. The thing is, like, I feel like that could totally be a thing where you get to the end and it's like, hey, enter the credit card.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or Steam
Click-
Wallet
click
support.
buy.
Slide credit card through controller.
All right, so we went from there to ESO and the hyped up woman who just was screaming about.
Oh wait, we're
everything.
looking at the snap map.
That map, yeah. Making hell
Yeah,
levels
and this
is
right here is where you can add
Like
that
the
kind
weapon
those kinds
wheel
of
and stuff.
options to single player. I can imagine that's pretty cool. And if they make it so that it's really easy to find like levels, like you could just stream your fans make levels and you could just broadcast all those sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So after Doom was Woo Lady.
Yep.
I'm just
Woo
gonna call it
Lady.
Woo Lady.
Woo Lady.
Can we talk about
So
Molly?
it's the Dark Brotherhood.
We're going to call her
trailer.
Molly.
Or Molly.
Molly. Can we talk about Molly for a second? What was she jacked up on?
She had one too many Bloody Marys before she came in there.
Had to be
Bloody
drunk.
Mollies.
Because what they were announcing was not that exciting.
It really wasn't.
I
She
feel
just wanted
like
to
she
scream.
was an intern for Bethesda.
What if she's invited because she's like the highest level character or like the highest skill?
Well,
I
that
don't know
wouldn't
how it
even have
works
any
on-
meaning because they're taking away the levels.
What is up with that, man? Okay, first off, I thought the coolest part about MMOs is the fact that there's places you can't go, right? You can't go in that dungeon, you can't go in that area because it's high level, which is cool. It's too powerful. You got to get more powerful to get there.
I just
And
don't
they're
know
just
how
whatever.
you don't completely destroy the replay value of your MMO if everything is always just immediately accessible.
I'm definitely on the other side of you
It,
guys.
it
Really?
sounded,
Definitely.
it sounded
Casual?
like they. One of the biggest complaints about the MMO as I played it is that it doesn't feel like an Elder Scrolls game because it's restrictive. Like you're forced down, you're forced into level zones, which is not a thing in the base game. In the base game, the world scales to you, at least in Skyrim and Oblivion. So you can go wherever you want. You have all this freedom. So they wanted to bring that feeling back, but they didn't want to go do the programming effort to remove the leveling systems or change it or go through all the areas. They band-aid on this. Removing the level cap, just leveling you up to the level that you need to be.
I feel like, you should be able to go anywhere you want and do whatever quest you want at any time, right? That's just how the Elder Scrolls series works. And if they want to stay true to that game, that's what you do.
I just feel like
it
the
makes sense.
That's
architecture is
not how
different.
MMOs work.
Yeah,
though.
then don't make
Yeah.
an MMO.
It's not. I mean, what they're saying, nobody's ever done this before. So what you're saying is never change the formula. That's BS, right? Always change the formula and find out if it works. Now, this might be a complete failure, but I think if any game is going to do this, this is a really good example of one to do it because what it's based off of already does it. You know what I mean?
True. I mean, I
Well,
see it.
I mean, I'm sure that Blizzard faced this same complaint with WoW, and their answer to that was to offer the ability to bump a character. You could pay
Pay to win.
to get your high level character quickly and not have to do all the grind.
The problem is, like, as you level up a character in WoW, you kind of learn that character a lot.
Not have to do all the grind. See, that's the point of. I think we just think about Elder Scrolls games differently, right? Because you think about MMOs in a way
Like
of where you go
leveling.
level 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
and you grind those out. Elder Scrolls games are just not designed that way, right? It's designed to. I want to go do this quest right now. I'm going to go do this right now. I'm going to do my own story. I'm going to
Yeah.
do the quests in what order I want to do them.
I want to be Master of the Thieves Goat at level 4 because I can do that.
Yeah, because you can do it. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just,
it makes sense to provide that as a player experience, but it seems to contradict the concept of a leveling system at all.
And that was everyone's biggest complaint about the Elder Scrolls MMO is that it was trying to force an MMO formula on the Elder Scrolls games, which just didn't work out, and most fans of the Elder Scrolls did not like how it was forced into the game.
That lady loved it. I will tell you that.
Mix very well.
She was super happy. Oh my god! But it's funny when they announced the leveling system, the auto leveling system. She just shut up instantly.
I mean, the thing is, it is the level of your character, right? It's not like you're going to be able to go and kill endgame bosses in cloth.
I mean, is that true?
You know what I mean?
I'm curious how gear will work. If you get high-level gear, then go back to low-level zone, if you'll just have all this, or the gear scales. That part's
you can't wear your gear anymore because you've downgraded now.
It's a weird idea, but it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
We'll
have to ask all 30 players of the game how it works.
I really think what they're doing here is they're trying to change what the whole concept of their MMO, where it's a bunch of people progressing through their stories in an online world. It's not necessarily everybody's following the same path.
I've always wanted like a co-op Skyrim experience or something like that, but I don't think that's the format that you should go with. That like massively multiplayer. I'd rather have like a co-op experience. I don't know. I just feel like it's not going to do well, in my opinion, because it just seems such a weird platform to use for it.
Honestly, my main complaint is not so much about the leveling system, but more about how completely dated that engine looked. Like everything about the Dark Brotherhood footage that they were showing, I'm like, how old is this?
That's how MMOs are.
I know.
They're designed to
you
scale.
Absolutely can say the exact same thing about WoW. But I don't know, man.
Yeah. The MMOs, they have to be able to run on the crappiest computer to get as many players playing as possible. And unfortunately, graphics suffer because of that.
Yeah.
So what was after ESO?
Well, they wrapped that up by saying that Blink-182 is going to play a concert tonight.
Can we go?
I was about to book it out of here. I'm just saying, I was about to say, this post show, is it really that important?
He didn't say much details.
Adam has the mask right there.
He didn't say much details.
Oh yeah, can we go
about that.
real quick to that? Real quick? Quicker? No, we can't. Okay, there it is. There's the mask.
Yes.
Yeah,
that
he's
is
holding it.
facial size.
That's huge.
Oh yeah.
There it was.
That's
that'll fit on my face. I will get a facial.
There was a collector's edition of Halo that had the actual helmet with it, and everyone was like, "Oh, real helmet, that's awesome!" And it ended up being like really small. So the size of that looks awesome.
Yeah, and it's only $80 if you're Prime and 3F.TV / Amazon. The thing is, since I already bought mine, I don't care if you guys buy them out now. Go for it. Make them go.
I got mine. I'm good. You can buy whatever you want now.
But you wouldn't buy one for me. Feels bad, man. Seriously, I want to go to the Blink-182 concert.
It's going on right now.
Can we make that happen?
Is that Blink-182 in the background? No, probably
not. I want to go.
That's actually pretty cool.
Can we skip the podcast and just go see the concert?
It is kind of.
I really want to do that.
It is kind of weird how they put. It's weird because you got to realize at this press conference, we had I think 14 million people watching our channel during this.
Wow, yeah.
And so, compared to the small number of people in that room, but the number of things they were just talking to those people, it's like, yo, bro, stop talking about what's in the other room. That has nothing to do with me.
They do put a lot of emphasis on that. I'm surprised. Yeah. You think they would do that in the pre-show and the post-show, but not the actual conference? Because that's going to be on YouTube and everything, and that's a big section of the time is talking about things that no one's going to care about afterwards.
So they went from that to VR.
This is the one thing I think nobody saw coming.
It was the big surprise. No one was expecting.
You joked about VR.
I think it was clear from the get-go that E3 as a whole was going to have a lot of VR in it. That's kind of a given because it's so trendy right now. I didn't expect it from Bethesda, and I certainly didn't expect it from Fallout and Doom.
I honestly, he said that, if last year we talked about VR